Hello, 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 hello. What is going on, you guys? How are you guys doing? What is going on? I see you, Tiffany. What is up, Tiff? What's up? Woo-hoo, let's go, visionaries. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, you guys. Y'all ready? Because I sure am. Okay. You know we are. Devon, what's going on? Mochi, how are you, babe? What is going on? Messy Vicky, the shade is about to start, you guys. So, hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys are watching this in the live replay, definitely comment down below exactly what we bring up because I would love to know what you guys have to say on what we are talking about. And you guys, if you're part of my YouTube membership family, make sure you guys get those custom emojis out and get ready because we're going to bring up a lot of things. So get those chop, safe, and over emojis ready, as well as messy Vicky emojis, because we're going to need a lot of those this live. Okay. So what is going on for reals? Okay. I know that's right. Hello, gorgeous. What's going on? What's going on, you guys? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So Raven, what's up, Raven? How are you, babe? Okay, so I am going to put up a link really quick for you guys to come up. I'm not going to have a lot of people up this time. Let me see. Copy link. So if you guys want to join me in the live recap, definitely hit it up. Oh, wait, where are we at right here? Okay, so here we go. The link is right there, you guys. You look so pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Literally couldn't do nothing to my hair. I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna pull it back into a ponytail. But today I'm going to be doing the live recap of RuPaul Drag Race All-Stars number 8, episode number 6. It is a Snatch Game episode. There was a lot of things that happened in this episode. Okay. I'm not gonna talk about the little miscellaneous stuff in this episode. We're gonna literally talk about the looks and the drama and the outcome. Okay. And what we think about all of that stuff. Okay. So let me pull my receipts up. Let me pull my slides up. Here we go. Again, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars number RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars number 8. Snatch Game episode number 6. Going to be doing the live recap. If you guys are going to join me, make sure you guys click on the link so you guys can hang out. I see you, Raven. Okay, so we got a new visionary up in here. I see Raven. What is going on, babe? What is going on? Hey, how are you? What's going on, Jason? Love, how are you, babe? Okay, so here we go. Everybody, welcome, Raven. How are you? How are you doing, babe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And then also, you guys, welcome, Devon. What is
Hey,
going on? How are you? So, you
what's
guys,
going on?
I'm going to pull up the slides. You guys know to comment on this section of what we're talking about, which is this scene right here. The girls go back into the workroom and they are discussing.
We got to
Raven,
get off the road.
yeah, the
Somebody got to get off the road.
audio is loud. Raven, your audio is super loud. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So right here. So the girls ended up picking Devon, what did you think about this scene right here?
Girl, let me get the incense going because this is about to
I
be a
know.
whole lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And you know what?
This,
And some of you guys might, because I'm gonna warn you guys right now. I'm gonna look at it in both perspectives. So be aware of that. Okay. I'm just warning you guys. And right now, I'm gonna give you guys a perspective of maybe the Candy Muse and production side, and then obviously the Heidi side. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
yeah, we're going to get to that
Okay.
because, woo,
Yeah. And,
girl,
and I'm
this.
actually kind of glad that I didn't do the live recap until today because there was a lot of things that came out from when it aired.
Oh my
Monday.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Yes.
and you guys probably need to fill me in more because honestly,
And still stuff coming out to
right,
this.
right, exactly, 100%. So there's a lot of things where we're gonna get to that. I'm walking home. It's okay, babe. Raven, when you get home, make sure you come up and let me know to pull up the link, and I'll have you come up. Okay. Breath, deep breathe, everybody. Okay, deep
deep
breath,
breath.
everybody. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
deep
Hey,
breath.
what's going
Woo.
on, babe? Hello, my Libra queen. What's going on, babe? How are you? So yeah, what did you think about this scene right here?
Oh, two fave Venus signs. Okay, right?
Right?
Fake creature, girl. Woo. For the first time, and we'll at least acknowledge that they finally agreed
Unanimous.
unanimously. So we knew that that was going to end up happening. But girl, some of this, some of these, it was just crazy.
Right, right.
It was crazy.
But at the end of the day, it was a unanimous decision. I'm glad that
Hmm.
the girls played it that way. I mean, it was only evident Miss Jimbo ended up picking Miss Darian to go home as well. So I
But I
mean,
love how she played Alexis.
oh, I love that. I loved how she did play Alexis, kind of get her, a little riled up, shook her up a little bit. So girl, I know it's your wedding day, but I had to pick Darian. That was cute. Let me burn some sage, honey, because this was something else.
Yes,
It's
yes.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so moving on, the girls go back into the workroom. They start talking to Rue. Rue tells them they're going to go and do their Snatch Game episode. This episode, and of course they're going to go. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Everyone's talking about their looks, who they're going to do, blah blah blah. That was cute. That was fun. Everyone's having a good old time as of right now. And you see Rue starts talking to them about the things that they're going to do for Snatch Game, if it's a good idea, bad idea, or other critiques that need to happen during the situation. I'm kind of breezing through these sections right now because we don't need to talk about this really, because it's
No,
just
we
the
don't.
same old for each season,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So yeah, now we're going to get into the Snatch Game episode. Okay.
Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yes, the Snatch Game episode. Here we go. Snatch Game of Love, to be exact. Also, let me know down in the comments, do you guys like the Snatch Game of Love, or do you guys like the Snatch Game? Let me know down in the comments, because for me personally, I enjoy the Snatch Game better than I like the Snatch Game of Love. What do you think, Devon?
But I will say this because I agree with you there.
Not
However,
not the meat.
right, the meat. I love the Snatch Game of Love for AllStars because it allows them to play off of each other instead of playing off of Rue. And you have to, and I think what it is, that that's why they do the Snatch Game of Love, because they have to play off of each other. And Rue is kind of like, yeah, I'm here,
Um,
instead of actually playing off of Rue
he's
and trying to
crazy.
whatever.
He's crazy. No one likes the Snatch Game of Love. Actually, no, we found one, Raven. We found one. He's sitting on the panel right now. His name is Devon. Yeah. So I don't like it, to be honest. I like the Snatch Game. Yeah, 100%. Everyone's saying the Snatch Game, OG Snatch Game all day. 100%. I prefer Snatch Game. I don't told you this one. Right, exactly, Tiffany. Let me see. I prefer this Snatch Game a lot, but this one was cute though, all for AllStars. Yeah, this was a cute little one. Second group. But we'll get to that
Yeah,
in a second. We'll
second
get to
group.
that. Yeah, we'll get to that. The good point of on and talk about segues. Okay. Okay. So moving on. This is the first group. The first group was Miss Heidi in
Mm,
Closet, Miss Jessica Wilde, and Miss Kahana Montrese, and Miss James Mansfield. The first queen we're going to talk about is Miss Heidi in Closet, giving black what is
Blackbeard,
Blackbeard. Um, so
the
yeah,
pirate.
what did you think about this? Is this a chop, safe, or over performance in your opinion? Let me know down in the comments. Again, if you guys are part of my YouTube membership family, get those emojis out and ready. Okay. Devon, go ahead. What do you think about this?
Well, let's get started here.
Okay, the shade fan comes out.
Because I understand why a lot of, first of all, let's talk about, I understand why the girls kind of thought she would be in the bottom, because even though Heidi was very funny, thank you, Gene Garner. Where was the pirate? Where was the pirate at? I mean, the peg leg wasn't enough, and then it fell off. So
But
even though
that was a joke, though. That was a joke. She's like,
that was the
oh,
joke,
you know. So
but
that was a joke.
but when you're in pirate mode, you're supposed to be like, shivery timbers, matey, some stuff like that. You're supposed to be and have that voice. Heidi was not in voice, and
I mean, was the devil with whatchamacallit supposed to with Trinity the Tuck Taylor when she did the devil, was she supposed to be gay and and really frilly and you know,
I get where
you
you're
see what
going
I'm
because you
saying?
all
This
because
is
you
her rendition. This is her
look
rendition.
look you're playing devil's advocate, pun intended.
Okay. You know, I'm just simply saying at the end of the day, was she funny?
She was funny. I will give her that.
What did she look like a pirate?
She to a degree, yes.
Oh, girl, you see these braids in here. You see this hat.
I'm missing the whole mustache beard. I'm missing it all.
What do you mean? You're missing the whole must. What do you mean? She's got a whole beard on.
She's got a whole beard, but if I remember correctly, Blackbeard had a full goatee, not just a beard. I'm looking for the mustache connecting to the beard and everything. So
You know
that's just me.
what, girl? At the end of the day, I don't give. Listen, maybe she got food in her beard and she wanted to take off the top lip. I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, I didn't mind this hiding closet. I didn't mind this at all. I thought she was funny. I thought she bantered back and forth with the girls. Really, really good to me, in my opinion. I think she kind of like she was the one actually leading the pack with the bantering back and forth, and she wanted to banter back and forth with the girls, but some of the girls did and some of the girls failed. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it was. I did like her jokes when the peg leg fell, when she was like, oop, the cat's out of the bag now, or when she said her wooden leg, I mean her leg is basically a third leg or something. I don't know. She got a third leg there somewhere. I mean, it was honestly really, really funny. Now, granted, was that Heidi? Absolutely, it was Heidi. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't, but why can't Heidi be a pirate too? Couldn't a pirate act like Heidi back in the day or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, like why couldn't it be like a cute little feminine pirate? You know, I'm here for it. You know, maybe Blackbeard wanted to, you know, took a pill and got really loose or something, and his personality came out. You just never know, you know. Maybe she was eating too much ass. That's probably why the top lip beard came off. You know, I don't know. You know, at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. The leg was the joke, was the funniest, 100%. And no shade, the funniest shit too was when she was talking about Kahana, talking about, girl, here, give this to her, girl. She'll read a joke.
Make sure she find a joke.
Make sure she find a joke, bitch. That was fucking hilarious, bitch. I was here for it. And at the end of the day, would you guys have done the same thing Miss Heidi did with the bantering back and forth, especially with Kahana?
Ooh,
answer that question. Answer that question.
That is a good question.
At the end of the day, I would. I said, girl, you don't know what you're doing. You look crazy. As crazy as your makeup. Girl, as crazy as the way you look. Girl, I would have said, yeah, Kahana. Yeah, I would have said those exact same thing that Miss Heidi did. Girl, here, grab this paper, bitch. Here's this map, girl. Try to go find your jokes. Girl, you know what I'm saying? I would have said all of that. That's the Snatch game. What do you want to do?
True.
Girl, this ain't a best friends race like the girls say. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's how you play. And if you
let's talk about this though, because one thing that was revealed, and I forget where, I don't know if it was Roscoe's. I think it was Roscoe's. But before the whole Snatch game happened, Kahana had a panic attack in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, and Heidi went in there and kind of calmed her down. So when all of that happened on stage, on the set, Kahana did feel some type of way because she felt like, well, you knew what had happened, what I went through before. So why are you picking at me? That's the way she felt at that moment. Now, mind you, let's all remember now. This this season was recorded over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, don't send these girls any hate, because
Well,
all of these
absolutely not.
girls, all of these girls are good now. They're all talking. They're all friends. All of that. Everything's been hashed out. It's all good with them.
Yes, thank you for saying
So
that. Perfect.
so number two, all of this stuff that happened was according to their experience at that time.
Okay.
So keep in mind, like I said, this happened over a year ago, and like Heidi said, it's a whole pressure cooker. So
Mm-hmm.
things happen and things are said and things are done, and we gotta keep in mind that they go through a lot during the making of this show. So we have to take that also into consideration.
No, we didn't.
That
No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't take it into consideration. No, not absolutely not. We will not take it into consideration. We can take in consideration how she felt. Great, you felt that way, but is that how you play the game? Is this how you're going to play Drag
now
Race?
I
Is this
do
how you're
agree
going
with
to
you
come into
there.
AllStars 8? This is a cardinal rule when you're playing in a competition reality show. Don't get in your head and take your feelings out of the game. This is a game. This is what you're doing. It's for 200,000 motherfucking bucks. Okay, at the end of the day, this is Snatch Game. Just like Ms. James Mansfield say, girl, Snatch Game was played exactly how it needed to be played, how God intended it. It's no shade. That's exactly how she was supposed to do it. Now her feelings are totally valid, but at the end of the day, Heidi did what she needed to do, was help her friend out, get her off of the ground in the bathroom when she's huddled up in the corner somewhere, going through a panic attack. I understand it full-heartedly. Again, let me reiterate, just like what Devon said, girl, we have no idea as viewers on how hard this is for these girls. We have no idea. So, but with that in mind, this is some of the girls' second or third time coming into the competition. So they already know at least a glimpse of what to expect. Right. So at the end of the day, Heidi did what she needed to do, help her friend out, girl, get it together, because we're about to perform. When you're on that stage, Heidi needed to do what she needed to do to get ahead.
And she did it, and she did it well, to be honest.
And she did it well, to be honest. It's the truth. And for people to say like, oh, she was the bottom.
Oh, thank you for bringing that
she
up.
Was the bottom?
Because that made
Hello?
me so mad. Oh, that made me so mad. I
said, what? Okay, now I just want to know, who else could have been not the bottom? Like who
besides the two that were already in the bottom?
Who was that? Miss Valery, then points. I mean, it's just the realest thing. And then the thing about it is, it's like we cannot. Okay, how can I explain this without being so insensitive? It's like a lot of the times, because I know that I would probably be one of those girls to be, because I'd be in my feelings, bitch. I know that, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to think about it. Like, let's not get in my feelings. Let's not get in my feelings. Let's not get in my feelings. You know, and how I react is how I react. It is what it is. But I don't know. It's just a lot of things. But at the end of the day, Miss Heidi to me was not a bottom bitch.
No, she wasn't. Not far from it. She would have at least been safe.
Yeah, no. It's not it at all. Miss Heidi did what she needed to do, and I'm glad that she did it. I'm happy that she did it. I'm happy that she let Miss Kahana have it. I'm happy that she told Miss Kahana the way she told her, because what she made Miss RuPaul laugh. She made us kiki at the end of the day. You know, it is what it was. Miss Heidi was no bottom. Absolutely not. She's in the bottom. I mean, she could bottom the rest of her life. I don't give a fuck what she does, bitch. But she wasn't the bottom this night.
No, she was not at all.
She was not. Kahana was all along for that. Absolutely. And then the nerve of someone to come and tell me, you know what? I'm mad at you.
You know what? You know what? Let's hold that until that
Okay,
point.
well,
We
yeah, okay,
get
you know
there
what? Yeah,
because
you're
we got
right.
to
You're
get through
right.
these girls.
Girl,
We
you
got to
know
get
what
through
you're right. Because
right
there was a lot of things that I just did not like. I was just like,
because we got to.
and I'm reading these comments, and I'm like, I know we watched the same episode. I
Right,
know we watched.
right.
It was like it just didn't make no sense. Just because everyone's saying she was playing herself. If you really want to, if you girls really want to say that, we're gonna keep that same attitude for another girl that was on the stage this episode that was playing herself. But we'll get that to that later. La la
Mm-hmm.
Ree. La la
Ooh,
Ree.
ooh,
So at the end of the day, bravo, Miss Heidi. You did good in my opinion. I think this was a really good high safe performance in my book. You and Miss
mm-hmm.
James Mansfield turned this first part out for me, in my opinion.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
At the end of the day, that's just what it was. Okay, so what are the girls saying? Because Heidi leaving did not change the bottom at all.
No, it didn't.
Mm.
It didn't.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Because
It
the
didn't.
two girls at the bottom were the correct bottom two girls. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, they were.
You're right. I'm
Yeah.
with you when you're right. I'm
Mm-hmm.
with you when you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I had to think about that. I was like, girl, wait. Okay, you're right. Heidi, well, girl, it saved one girl from leaving that was at the top at the beginning of the season, but I digress. Heidi would have been top. Kahana Runway was sorry, not sorry. Okay, wait. Heidi would have been okay, well. No, I don't think that she would have been a top this episode, Miss Jimbo. And we're gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
Kahana and Jessica would have been bottom two in every okay, that's good. And keep in
Yeah.
mind, you guys, if you don't agree with me, please let us know down in the comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say. So Kahana blaming Heidi leaving for Jessica's placement was Delulu. Wait, so
Oh,
Kahana blaming Heidi for Jessica's place. Delusional at its
wow. Yeah, that's true. That is so
like
true.
she was talking like she was literally talking like she did the worst in the Snatch game. Miss Heidi did the worst in the Snatch game. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, did Rue even laugh at Miss Jessica Wilde? Like I just didn't understand. But anyway,
No, she really didn't.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I was just so confused at that. Girl, Kahana's best joke was when Heidi right, the jokes that Miss Kahana did was actually what Heidi placed her up for. You know,
Yeah.
she basically T-balled her. Like, okay, girl,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tee this ball to you, girl. Hit it. Hit it out of the park, girl. Come on. I'm gonna give you a joke and you give me one back. You know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, she didn't do it. She didn't know what she was doing with Rue. And I guess she was hoping that anyway. We're gonna move on. Next queen.
Mhm.
Miss Jessica Wilde. What did you guys think about Miss Jessica Wilde? Was this a safe chopper over performance to you? Let me know down in the comments. But the bottom two would have been the same regardless. 100% Tiffany. So what did you think, Devon?
Chopped
Yeah, there's room
and
for one more, baby. If
screwed.
you want to come up.
Chopped and screwed. I'm sorry. I saw clips of who she was supposed to have played, and she did the character no justice. So I'm sorry. This was a complete and utter wash for her, and so it's a chop for me.
Yeah, it was a chop for me. It literally, she was giving us absolutely nothing. I mean, honestly, it's just one of a Spanish icon, to be honest with you. A lot of people know her if you're in the Spanish community. But at the end of the day, even if you don't know a character, make it funny. That
Right.
you like, even if we didn't know her, at the end of the day, a lot of people just didn't know her in the States. But like, thinking about it, if you have a character that no one knows, you have a better chance of making this funny because they don't know what you're doing. They don't know what to expect. They don't know the isms. They didn't know the language. They didn't know what she does. So you could have said anything, Jessica. You could have said anything and you could have made it work. I mean,
Hmm.
it
But
is.
I'll tell you one thing. Any anyone that didn't know her, they know who she is now, and they know for a fact that no, that was not how it was supposed to be done.
I mean, we all know that it wasn't supposed to be done like this. I mean, people that know the character don't, know it's a
Right.
karate chop. 100%, Jason. 100%.
Okay.
A karate chop. You guys, I put the link in the comments, you guys. So if somebody else wants to come up here, let me know. Just
Chris,
click on it and you get in
Raven.
there. Make sure you guys have the background noise low, nothing in the background, no music, no
Oh,
nothing.
make sure you're also age appropriate.
And age appropriate, 100%, 18 and over, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, Devon.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
No
So,
problem.
but yes, moving on. The next queen. Oh, for me, this was definitely a chop of a
Oh
performance.
God, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. She didn't do it.
Nope.
And she didn't, and it wasn't like it was not like it was like super bad. It was just like, nah, like okay, like no, no, I'm sorry. It was that I'm sorry, girl. You're trying though. I get it. You know. So, next queen on the list, it is Miss Kahana Montrese playing Coco Montrese, her gay mother. Okay, okay, you guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think about this performance. Was this a safe chopper over performance in your eyes? Keep in mind, if you guys disagree with me or Devon, let us know anyway. Cuss us out, read us, all the good jazz. We love your thoughts and opinions.
We really
And please give this video a thumbs up if you guys haven't already, because a thumbs up
please.
goes a very, very long way. And
Go.
what did you think about this performance?
Oh my God, girl. You know, and I was reading Kahana's Twitter today, and she is a she's like she said, she is a performance girl. So she let her strengths, she went back to because she really did not show anything on her regular season. But well, she showed us that she is not an improver or an actress. So this was definitely a whole chop. If it wasn't for Heidi,
This Tiffany, this comment.
Tiffany, you are wrong.
I'm done. I am completely done.
But yeah, this was a complete and utter chop. She could have done so much more with Coco, and there was a little issue that, and I guess it's during the regular season of Drag Race that they don't allow the girls to do other drag race girls, but all the rules are
Girl, I cannot, Tiffany, with you. I cannot. This is absolutely ridiculous. Go ahead.
But oh my goodness, but yeah, it's Chris is in the steam yard.
Okay, I got you, Chris. I got you.
This
say what's up to Kish, you guys.
Hi, everyone.
Chris.
What's up, Chris? What's up? So go ahead. What were you saying, Devon?
It was just a complete another. It was oh gosh, girl, it was worse than Coco's makeup in season 5. Oh God.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. So, Chris, what do you think about this performance right here? Safe chopper over.
It was a chop, and it sucks too because her one-on-one with Rue, I was actually like believing in her. Like she talked such a good game that she was so familiar with her mother and that she's done this oppression before. So I had high hopes. I mean, had she not had that one-on-one with Rue, I was expecting her to do poorly because of her past experience in the acting challenges. But I was like, okay, like maybe she'll surprise us, like the way Kylie Sonique surprised us in All-Star 6 with
that was a really good one.
So like, I really was like, this could be anyone's game. Like, years have passed, people can develop new skills, but it was so one note. I don't know why she chose. I mean, honestly, she could have chose this as a look because the iconic look and stills like say a lot of the other things like get her Jade, and there's so many other catchphrases that she's had today, and yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. Did y'all talk about? I guess you haven't talked about Heidi and Kahana conversation yet, but yeah, it was so bad. Like she did finally get one with the "I'm not joking, bitch." Like one good laugh, and
and Heidi had to help her with that one.
Yeah, Heidi did have to help her
with that one. Yeah,
it wasn't good at all. It was really disappointing.
Yeah, for me, again, this was definitely a chop of chop of a performance. It was very lackluster, like you said, Chris. It was definitely a one note situation. I felt like she froze many of the times with bantering back and forth with Rue, and then she really just kind of froze up, and she was kind of taken back, and you can see it all over her face when Heidi was giving her jokes and she was being, sarcastic or sly, to Miss Kahana, and she kind of really didn't know how to react to that. And honestly, she should have fueled that anger, that like how dare you-ness to Heidi, or even during her performance, because it would have gave us something, like, it would have gave us something, but she didn't do that at all. It just was,
That
it failed poorly.
now I do have a question,
Mhm.
it's kind of funny because which one do you think was worse? And I'm doing cross seasons. This Kahana's performance or Trinity K. Bonet's performance in All Star 6?
This one was worse. She did
This
Whitney, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this was worse.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
because it was nothing. Like, it was
yeah.
nothing. Like, it was like nothing. You know what I'm
At least
saying?
she really gave us a look, like
Yeah,
True.
right.
That's true. That's true.
It
That is
was like
true.
nothing here.
minimal effort, honestly.
And and it's unfortunate because, girl, you started so strong in the beginning of the season, and then you kind of like, you're just dwindling away at this point. And girl, the person that you were trying to, say something about with Heidi, girl, she was your saving grace this episode. So we'll get to that later. Miss James Mansfield, you guys, what did you guys think about Miss James Mansfield? Let us know down in the comments. Is this a safe chopper over performance? Let us know. So, Chris, what do you think about Miss James Mansfield performance in Snatch Game of Love?
Snatch Game performance was a high save.
Mhm.
Her responses, her bantering was really good. Her voice was just a little off to me. It was really just one note away from the James Mansfield character. I think she was missing the raspiness that Jennifer Coolidge has in her voice, but her cadence was there. But as far as like the actual accent, it just was like one note away from James Mansfield's voice when she's in drag. But I thought it was really good. Like, I don't know, this group overall was like, man. I feel like at best, like, she was high safe. I didn't get a chance to talk about Heidi, but Heidi to me was like a safe. I don't think she really had good responses to Rue's questions, but I think she did a good job of bantering off everyone else. But yeah, I like James. I don't know. I feel like it was good. It wasn't anything extraordinary. I think her last line was really funny when she was like, "Oh, we'll go shopping. You use your credit card first." Like, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
She was definitely giving that rich white woman character that Jennifer Coolidge has played from White Lotus. So,
right.
good. High safe.
Okay. Devon?
I have to agree with Chris. It was a high save. She had most of the look down. I still would have liked to have seen a little bit more. And then, like you said, Chris, the voice kind of took me out of the element a little bit. And it would figure that James would go for something in their aesthetic, which is Jennifer Coolidge. It's and I wish we ended. Unfortunately, I agree with you, but like she was playing Jennifer Coolidge in White Lotus. This was not the Legally Blonde Jennifer Coolidge. Unfortunately, I would have rather her played a broader Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah.
I would have rather played the broader span of Jennifer Coolidge than just that one spot.
Okay. To me, I think this was definitely a high safe, in my opinion. I think that she kind of nailed it for me. I immediately got it. I immediately knew who she was. I knew what she was going for. I knew how she was going to act, and then she kind of just delivered. This is literally James Mansfield in a nutshell. Like, Jennifer Coolidge is literally James Mansfield. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
that's true.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It was like so
yeah.
good. It was like, that's how I was like, oh, it just makes sense. It fits right. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Literally, she might need to tweak a little something, maybe just like the tone of her voice. But at the end of the day, she had the rhythm of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, she
Yeah.
had the rhythm of it. So I understood where it was going. I mean, the hair. I mean, when you say to the look, what does she need to do, Devon, to like give you?
I
Because I think this is
really,
it.
Yeah, that's the look.
it,
This is the
it is
look,
the look.
It's just White
It is the,
Lotus.
right?
yeah, yeah. But I feel like she could have done at least one little wrinkle or two, a little, just to
A
go
wrinkle or
full on,
Nitpicky.
just to full on character,
you know what,
full on
girl?
character.
She's not 80, girl. She's not 80 now. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think she really, really did good. She kind of nailed it. She was definitely leading the pack in this group, in my opinion. I think it went from James Mansfield and then Heidi and Closet, and obviously the two left over were just the horriblest ones out of the whole Snatch Game
Ooh,
of Love. But it is what it was. To me,
ooh,
I enjoyed it. It was definitely a high
not the
save.
leftovers.
Bravo, James Mansfield.
Yeah,
And
I do.
even though go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I'll let you finish.
No, I say even though I am rooting for her and I am a stan of Miss James Mansfield, I do call her out on her bullshit when she do look and act crazy. And I was pleasantly surprised that she did good in the Snatch Game, and I was very, very happy for her. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that when we get to Candy, we'll talk about it more. But like a lot of people were giving online specifically critiques about Candy, like playing a character that I think was smart within her wheelhouse. James did this exact same thing, played a character within her wheelhouse, and nobody was like criticizing her. So it's interesting that
That
the
is
difference
interesting.
between those two. I don't know what it roots from, but it's just interesting how people have a lot of critique for Candy. I feel like honestly, it's just that people just don't like Candy, which is fair. Like I didn't like Candy, still not
Yeah.
the biggest fan of Candy, but I think that's
But
really what it is.
they like Vanjie.
Right, right.
They don't
Well,
like
I do
Candy.
think that, well, I do think Candy is like, I don't know. I feel like Candy is very like, can be perceived. I'm not saying she can be perceived as rude and aggressive, where Vanjie is just like really playful in her banter,
Right,
her
right,
attitude, her tone.
right.
You're like, Candy be coming for people. Vanjie never really came for anybody in her season. I think they had like altercation with Evie. That was it. But like, they're very lovable. Where I don't think Candy is very lovable or endearing.
Question. So, all right. Well, that's the end of group 1 in the Snatch Game of Love. Second group of Snatch Game
And
of Love.
I will pose a question after we finish with group 2.
Okay. Group 2 is Miss Alexis Michelle, Miss Candy Muse, Miss Lala Ree, and Miss my favorite bimbo, Jimbo.
Yeah.
So, here we go. You guys, let us know down in the comments. What did you guys think of Miss Alexis Michelle as B. Arthur? Safe chopper over to you guys. So, Devon, go ahead. What do you think about B. Arthur's performance?
Growing up in that good old Golden Girls era, this was a very high state for me. She had to look down pat. The jokes landed well. She could have landed a couple of them a little bit better, because I think there was some references that a few people didn't get.
Right. You needed to be of a certain age to get it.
Right. And so it was, but overall she did very well, looked the part, and volleyed well with the other girls.
Okay, I see you, Raven.
Hello.
Hey, babe, it's better? Okay, good.
Oh yeah, I finally got home.
Yeah, the background is good. It's quiet. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get to you right after Chris. Okay, Raven. So, all right. That's cool, Devon. So, Chris, what do you think about Miss Alexis Michelle's performance?
I thought it was Ova. Really
Mm.
good presentation with her attire and her drag. Really good line delivery. She never cracked. I do think it may not have landed in a sense of like she used a lot of deep cuts, a lot of references from the show, and even like Maud, which I've never seen Maud, but I'm a very big fan of Golden Girls.
Yeah.
But I do think it was so good. I think like at the end of the day, like everyone has said for years, at the end of the day is to make Rue laugh. And Rue is of the age where she's watched Golden Girls and is a very big fan of the Golden Girls. And so I think she did it really well. I think it was Ova. And also, isn't she like the first one to ever do a Golden Girls character? I don't think anyone else has ever done Golden Girls.
No.
There's been Rue Clanahan done twice.
There have been two of them.
Oh yeah, Rue Clanahan was done
and bad.
Yeah,
it didn't. It wasn't a hit.
Yeah, they were both in the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay,
Raven started off.
Yeah,
they're both in the bottom.
But you're telling the truth. They were both in the bottom.
Thank goodness for Alexis.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Thank goodness for Alexis to cleanse our palate with this, and hopefully this will be a good reset for future contestants who decide to do a Golden Girls character. But I thought it was really good. It sucks if anybody didn't get the references, but I don't think you have to be that old. And then that's my last one. I don't think you have to be that old. I'm 34. Like I think most people on like 30 and over have seen Golden Girls. Like I watched reruns. I didn't watch it when it was on air. I was still like in the womb when it was on air. So yeah, it was over. Yeah, good to me.
Okay. Raven, go ahead.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed her performance. I thought that it was really intelligent the way that she was able to like bring in the actual character mixed in with the jokes because like I mean doing a Golden in general is gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think with her just being able to like volley and like especially with Jimbo when she was saying like the clam joke, it's like I have the best clam in Miami. Like that was like a really strong moment.
Yeah, it was.
And then the song when she went into speech, and then the song, the G, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I still didn't get what she was saying. I couldn't understand the actual word.
You said what? No, because it was a note that she was going into, and that's why it was just so funny. Yeah, because she was she was an all around performer. So yeah, she was showcasing her talents, which was good because, well, go ahead. Is that it for Miss Alexis Raven?
Yeah, I think that's about all the thoughts that I have.
Okay, so for me, Alexis Michelle, I think she definitely gave a well-rounded B. Arthur, from Golden Girl moments to punchlines that she does, to her attitude, her persona, everything. Even no shade, even the look. I think somebody said something or corrected me, and she's like, "This is the exact ensemble that she did at some award show that she wore," and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." So I was like, "Okay, that makes sense," because I was like, "Oh, it's screaming like whatchamacallit, the music, whatchamacallit." Anyway, but yeah, at the end of the day, I think this was an over performance. It really, really was. It was a good, solid over performance for me, and bravo to you, Miss Alexis Michelle. Which honestly, going into this, I knew that she was going to kill it and knock it out of the ballpark. It didn't necessarily I didn't think nothing else of it. I thought she was going to.
Well, that brings me to a question, but I'm going to wait until we get to the end to ask that question, because there was something that happened here that kind of set up things to happen later, but we'll keep going.
Okay, so next queen was Miss Candy Muse doing where are we at? Doing Renee Graziano. So we're gonna go with Raven, Chris, and then Devon.
I thought that this was really funny. I really enjoyed like the "I'll gut you like a fish" and like in general, I thought that this was really fun. It wasn't very different from what Candy already is. So I think that like a lot of people were saying it's just Candy, but I don't think that was really true. I think that she just went with someone that had a similar energy as far as like, like she was in she's like rumored to be in a big crime family. So like everything that she did made sense with the character, but also with Candy. And I think that's what you're supposed to do in Snatch games. I don't know why people were acting like it's a negative that she's similar to the character. I thought that she was just doing it right.
100%, 100%. So was this a safe chopper over?
I think, oh god, that's hard. I guess I'd go with over because, like, I can't say it's just safe because I laughed a lot. It made me laugh a lot, but it wasn't like at those same heights as Alexis and Jimbo.
Okay. So would you give it a high safe or an over still?
High safe.
Okay. Okay.
Look, you pressed them. You pressed them.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
You got to get an answer.
Right. Okay.
I said over. That was really funny. And then
Okay, so Chris, what did you think?
Okay,
over and why?
I'm gonna say that this is a high safe. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was great that Candy played a character that was in her wheelhouse. Like to me, with her first character in her first season, it was really weird, really a huge contrast with her playing Patrick Star. I'm like, that's nothing like Candy. It's not a good actress at all.
And it was just her.
And that performance was just her, which is I think was she high in that Snatch game or like?
Oh,
no, she was just safe.
She was just
Thank
safe.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, that was I guess she got laughs from me. That's what it was. I was like, this is not funny though. I mean, it's not good or that funny to me. To me, this is good. It was really funny. I thought it was clever, that line where she was like, I don't know, you tell me, Rue, you're the one, Mike. I was like, okay.
That was hilarious.
I don't know, you tell me.
Like, I thought she was really good. And I think to Raven's point, I don't think that Candy was just doing Candy. Like if you've seen Mob Wives, this is very much, close enough to like how Renee acts in real life. And I thought it was good. I think she did a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, and let's just be honest, all the Mob Wives act really the same.
Really the same. Yeah, everyone's trying to differentiate all of them. I'm like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's the same things, really. Yeah. But it's just anyway. But go ahead, Devon. What do you think about Miss Candy Muse?
Well, as much as Candy likes to show off her body, I don't mind about body positivity, but she also likes to pick those New York tough characters to do. So
I didn't. She done a New York character though.
Well, she's.
It's the energy. It's very Banji.
Yeah, it's the very energy. It's the energy.
I get what you're saying. It's not. Yeah, got
it. And so I kind. However, this was really funny for Candy, and she was able to play off of it and play off the girls a little bit more with this one than she was with. And I think that's where Candy really kind of enjoyed herself with this, because she was able to more so play off the girls, as I said earlier, more so than play off of, as well as I should say, play off of Rue, because that whole Mike joke was really funny. And Tiffany, you're right. Everything was good, but Jim, we'll get to that in a minute. But this was a very high safe for me, because Candy actually really did good.
Yeah.
Like this is a character.
Go ahead.
This is a character that could have been high in another Snatch game. Like if this was a slightly worse Snatch game, she could have been on the top. Like if she was in like season 14, she would have been like probably even better than Deja. So
100%. 100% better than Deja. Yes. Yeah. Agreed with that. Everything that you guys said, I literally agree with. Honestly, again, out of any mob wives, they all act the same. It's just different tones of voices. So I understood that. But at the end of the day, she killed it. She bantered back and forth with the contestants as well as Rue. The jokes landed. Even her stuff that she was doing with her antics, like somebody said in the comments, handing who was it that she handed the cigarette to? You said what?
Alexis.
When she had the cigarette. You know
Love that. That was so good. It's the simple things.
Like it was the simple nuances that she had, and I enjoyed it. Is it right up her alley? Does she act like this all the time? Absolutely. And again,
that's just not a problem.
If you were doing it, if anyone were to do Snatch Game, wouldn't you want to be something that you are comfortable or familiar with, especially if you're not a trained actress, or actor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I would want to play it safe for this and actually try to, hit it out of the ballpark with something that I'm familiar with. You know what I'm saying? What is
even
going on?
Bianca Del Rio played a character that was similar to herself.
Right.
You know it's like, it's not even about like if you're the best comic.
Right. It's not. It's really just if you can make Rue laugh and make us laugh. And I think that she did that. She gave a couple of jokes and it was a high save for me. Just and I agree with all you guys. So next queen, it is Miss Suki Anna, aka Lala. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. Is this a safe chopper over performance for Miss Lala Ree? We're gonna go with Yvonne, Chris, and then Raven.
Lala Ree doing Lala Ree basically. And I understand she liked to do the little turn up girl or what have you. For the caliber that was sitting right here, it was okay. It I I wasn't really. I mean, I like the whole credit card thing, and uh, but it was just it didn't go anywhere really for me, and so it's borderlining a low safe for me.
Okay. And then Raven, I put you on mute too. It's your time to talk, okay? Just FYI.
Okay.
But so let me see. Where were you at? Yes, what'd you say, Devon? And what was it?
It's barely it's like a very low safe. It's barely passing.
So you think she's safe? She did a safe performance.
It's a very low safe performance.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I would say that this was safe as well. There were some lines that were funny, but this is the person who was playing themselves. Honestly, Katie got a lot of that critique. Yeah. Lala was playing herself, and it is in a similar vein of Sukiana, but like Sukiana is like talks way more faster, is way more expressive. She uses way more explicit language as well. Like she's very sexual and explicit, and even I was thinking in some manners. So I think she could have gone there, but I feel like it was a contained performance. It was safe. It was fine. I think like if it was just these four women, she would have been in the bottom two for sure.
Right.
Arshia, this comment is
Chapahana, yes. That's good.
Okay, wait, where are we at? Wait.
So yeah, safe for me.
Okay. So Raven, what do you think about Miss Lala Ree as Sukiana? Safe chopper over?
Safe, barely. She had things that actually made me laugh, but nothing went like over the like characterization threshold. Like she did the bare minimum, which is fine, I guess. She was funny. I laughed, but it wasn't anything that was like, oh, there's this thing you can pick on that was like, oh, she did that so well. It was just like, this is a line she said. It was funny. She's safe.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
It's pretty simple in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that she did stuff and the antics were funny. She did what she needed to do, in my opinion, to not be in the bottom, She bounced back and forth with Rue when she was talking about what cities she's in. I mean, she did that. I mean, it was funny. She said Houston out of the two options Rue gave her. I mean, and just her little antics were cute and they're funny. It is what it was. Was it Sukiana in my opinion? It was Lala Ree, so it was definitely a low safe for me as well because it wasn't like a chop of a performance. It was a low safe. It could have been worse. Let's just say that. If she just didn't keep it up. Let's see. Honestly, would say this was the worst than Jessica's and Kahana's. Kahana's downfall was her pacing, but if you listen to her jokes, they were quite clever, especially her shading Coco for using a filter.
What?
What do you? No, because if you really,
I don't know about that.
No, Len.
How is this like a clever joke?
Yeah, no.
I did that over and over again.
It's almost like, hear me out, Len. Hear me out. It's almost like you can have a perfect joke on paper, but if you can't land it in person and speaking it, it's not a good joke. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it is what it is.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about timing and delivery and how you say it and do it in your mannerisms and everything. And that's why the joke just didn't, but it is what it is. And that's a big part of being a comedian is your timing and everything. So,
Of
it is what it
comedy
was.
and also improv. Comedy and
Improv, yeah,
improv.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a low safe in my opinion. But thank you for sharing your opinion. You can, I mean, you're still right with how you feel. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Len. I'm just saying. But now let's get into my favorite bimbo, Jimbo.
A lot
So
of our
Come
favorite
on now.
bimbo.
Give her
A
her
right,
lot of our
flowers.
favorite.
right. Now, what do you guys think? Down in the comments, let us know. But first, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys haven't already. Let us know what you guys think about Miss Jimbo's performance. Safe, chop, or
Also on that note, Val, not only give this video a thumbs up, but share this video to your other people so that we can get more people
yeah, there you go. That's
invited
right.
into the,
That's right.
because there
Build a
is
community.
a share button
There's
there.
a
You can
share
share it
button.
on
That's right.
Twitter, you can share it on Facebook, you can share it wherever you want to share it. But
That's
just
right.
share it
That's
so
right.
that more people can come see us.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So thank you, Devon, for that. So here we go. So Devon, Chris, and then Raven. Go ahead, Devon. What do you think about Miss Jimbo, my favorite Bimbo's performance? As
Now,
Shirley Temple.
now, as someone who grew up watching these movies and growing up in that era, this was an absolute over performance. This was beyond over because she really had the jokes, the antics, the tap dance. Oh my gosh, the tap dance. You know when you're good when you can get other panelists breaking character. Like someone mentioned Candy when she started tap dancing or was something that she was said, Candy broke. And that's what you want. You want people to be so good that other people break.
Yes,
And
good point.
this was an absolute over performance. And she will, and this will actually, she's very high in this one. We'll say that right now. But she is in that league of people who know how to play Snatch game and win.
Yeah, 100%. Agree.
Or knows what it takes to win.
Yeah, I agree. Chris, what do you think?
Jimbo has cemented herself as one of the best Snatch Game performances of all time. Like, if you never thought anybody could top Judy Garland, like, God damn it, Shirley Jimbo came and just shat all over Judy Garland. Like, my goodness, this was Shirley Temple on cocaine. Like, I was just so impressed and hollering the whole entire time. And she had the references too. Like, I think like, it reminds me of when Jessica did RuPaul in season 2, how like it was a over dramatization, but it really wasn't like referential. Like she was over the top and just ridiculous, but it was very referential with the lines and also the mannerisms. Like I want to see the unedited version. Like they say they do about Snatch Game for like usually like 30 minutes. Like it's pretty long. Like, I want the unedited footage now. I will pay $10, put on Patreon somewhere. Like I want to see her just continue to go off. Like she's that good of a comedian. Like holy shit. Like it was in this moment that I became a Jimbo stan. I was already a Jimbo fan, but in this moment I became a Jimbo stan. Like goddamn, you have earned your 3 wins. Just brilliant.
Yeah, 100%. So go ahead, Raven. What do you think?
And we were robbed, and we were definitely robbed of her UK versus the world for a Snatch Game.
Do you know what she was going to do in UK versus the world Snatch Game? Does anyone know that?
I don't remember who she said she was going to do.
I don't remember.
You could find an interview, I'm sure.
Yeah. So what do you think, Raven?
This is one of those Snatch Games. This is up there with like Viv as Donald Trump, Bimini as Katie Price, Jinx as Judy Garland. This is top of the top, cream of the crop. This like look at me, mommy, and then just busting out a whole ass number, bucking. It's just it's the physicality of it. There's so much more to her comedy than just I'm loud and obnoxious. Because there's times like Scarlet Harlot where she was doing like that Macaulay Culkin and then was just loud and yelling and stuff. This was so much more than that. Like, like you wouldn't believe I just shit myself. Like there was just so much there, and like it just
and
felt
then
so real.
and then to do
Like,
a reference of the lollipop and the candy shop, I
oh
lost
my god,
this.
Oh
that was
my God.
insane.
I
That was
lost
Her
it.
mind. You know, because like
yeah.
I would have. I remember. So I saw Bob's like video on sibling rivalry on this, and she said that like if Jimbo made the joke about like self lock, her love life is like a cell block tango, that would have set me over. Like,
Oh.
oh my god. Oh Jesus.
Yes. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna agree with everybody, everything.
Jimbo
Everybody,
should look like Shirley.
yeah. What'd you say? Jibba
You
should
know,
just
Archie's coming.
like
Or
right.
she is.
Literally
Or
though.
she is.
Exactly. Be comedic.
100.
Be like Ginger Minge.
Yes,
Lip sync
yes,
like
yes.
that.
I 100%
That was
agree.
another top
Um,
tier Snatch Game Raven.
yeah,
Her as Adele. Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was a
That
good
Oh
was
one.
my
cute.
god. My house. Oh my god.
As far as Jimbo for
It's a
me,
fake cigarette.
I think that I know I have never literally laughed and cried tears
Oh
watching a
my gosh,
Snatch
I
Game
saw you.
performance. Like
I
I was
saw you.
crying tears in watching Jimbo perform at Shirley Temple. This was
I
the,
saw
you
you. Oh
know,
my gosh.
I love Jinx, but this was probably, I'm gonna just say it, this was the best Snatch Game performance that I've ever seen a
Mm-hmm.
contestant
Yeah,
do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
This
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
best.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was so good. And she had the punchlines, she had the mannerisms, she did her own, and you still seen Jimbo in there as well.
Mhm.
The faces never stopped giving expressions, which was the funniest thing to me. And then just for her to get up and do this dance that was just so fucking crazy. And the thing that you love about when contestants really just get out there and do something on Snatch Game is that they don't give a crap on what they look like or how they're performing. They're just doing it. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
goddamn good. And
I
Jimbo
can
is
make
Yeah.
one of those queens that just gets out there, is not afraid to look ugly, is not afraid to get down and dirty, and will just switch her face up with her techniques of what she does. Because even when she does like the rusicles and she does these improvs and stuff, you see like when she's stretching her hair out, like her face changes
Mm-hmm.
shape. It's crazy.
Oh
And
gosh,
I
yes.
mean,
It's
honestly, it's
elastic.
just a really good performance all the way around. And bravo, bravo, bravo. I'm just so happy that she did such a
And
good job.
and and I
Yeah.
have to attribute this to her too, because she actually went to clown school. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to attribute it to that, because they really teach you how to, you know, be funny
And
and
then when
be
she and then when she told the guy
Boom,
at the end, she goes, "Oh, you
bullying.
look so small. I'm gonna keep you."
oh yes.
I cannot deal with Miss Jimbo. She just did not stop from front to start to
No,
finish. I
Mhm.
see
to
She had a line for everything. Even when she won, she
I'm
said,
gonna keep
"Yay!"
you.
She said, "Yay, mommy, we got a home." Or she said, "Yeah, I got a
We
home
got a
now."
new home.
right,
Oh,
yeah.
it was so goddamn good. And then you
Now,
know what? And everybody kept on saying this in the comments, and I'm going to agree, and I have to mention it because I see you guys' comments. But if she Jimbo needs to perform, and when she does these lip syncs and perform being comedic and being like, don't perform the song, don't try to be sexy, don't try to give us a alter ego, a character, and be your own mode.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Because she needs
exactly.
to lip sync like that. She needs to lip sync like she's on a stage of a theater, not on a
Yeah,
you know a world tour stage. You
Yeah,
know,
it
yeah,
She
was.
tries to be too fierce. Like she tries to like be like everyone
there.
else when they lip sync and not just
yeah.
Yeah,
her.
Thank
do not
you. Yeah,
like Jimbo. Don't be fierce, Jimbo. Please don't be fierce for the love of God. If you're listening to this,
and here's
you're
the thing.
listening to this, Jimbo, and you make it to the
You
finale,
cannot be
which you will.
fierce.
And at the end of for the
Make
lip sync
sure
for
it
the
isn't.
crown, do not be fierce for the love of God. Be comedic.
And here's the thing with Jimbo. And I'm gonna give an example, because that, like I told you last week, there was a video out where they did Jessica's look, Veneno look, La Veneno, and then they had clips of Jimbo actually doing coconuts.
Yeah,
That's
but
why she
girl,
was.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah, but that
and
was 2 years ago. We're on now. We're on now. Okay, we're
I
on
know we're on
now.
now, but I'm just saying that's what you're talking about.
Yes, it's not going to work.
That's what.
But it's not going to work for Jimbo. Jimbo cannot be sexy. Like
Well,
Raymond
no, it's
said.
not. It wasn't sexy,
And that's
It was
okay.
funny. It was funny.
Yes.
It was funny.
But
Now let me pose a question. I'm gonna get off of that. Let me pose this question. If you notice in this second round, there were 2 former Snatch Game winners. Do you think it was unfair to the first group that they did not evenly?
No.
No, why would it be unfair? It's a Snatch Game. They didn't win. Yeah. Like, what do you?
I like the second group so much because we didn't have Kahana and Jessica there.
Yeah.
And I don't need them to be there for me to enjoy it. I don't need to see someone being bad to enjoy it. Like, I like that we have spice and that there's like, varying levels, but I don't want to see someone bomb, even if like someone else does good. I'd rather see everyone do at least like a genuinely great job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that was
100%.
just a question I wanted to pose.
Yeah, no,
Also,
absolutely not.
It made James look better, honestly, having a weaker group. So I'm like, yeah, put me with the weaker queen shit. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
seriously.
I don't want to have somebody
100%.
overshine me. I mean, look at
an easy job.
Alexa Michelle did an amazing job, but she was partnered with Jimbo. So like, I mean, Jimbo's going to win regardless of what group they were on. But like, Alexa Michelle was really good, but like, you couldn't stop laughing at Jimbo's performance. So
yeah, I think if we had the top 2 format, then Alexis would have been on the other group so that she could have been top 2 because of that like rule where you have to be the winner of the group to be able to be the winner. I think in that scenario she would have been on the other group, so she could have won. But
yeah, no, I didn't mind it, girl. Going ahead. This is a Snatch Game. At the end of the day, everyone's back at down to 0. Let's just see how you perform when you guys are on the stage, and it is what it was. Because if it's your win, it's your win. So that's all I'm going to say with that. I'm just happy that Jimbo did amazing the way she did. I'm very pleased. Now let's get into this moment.
Ew.
I don't understand why. Like, I'm trying to understand the moment of what took them like literally a minute away from a Snatch Game moment. You know what I'm saying?
This was
like
so horrible.
This could have been a whole like 2 or 3 lines that somebody could have gave us to make us change our mind about something. You know what I'm saying? You gave moments away from the girls that are competing in this competition to queens that are not even in the competition that no one give a fuck about, to be honest. Like, I mean, why? Let me know. I don't know.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they both agreed to do this little bit. Like,
I think they wanted to.
I barely know Matt Rogers. See, this is the thing where like people need to see now. Kind of, I understand why people have so much smoke for people who want to participate in these ballroom culture aspects. It's like you would be better going to a ball instead of like making a mockery of it. And like I wasn't even thinking about it, but I'm like, yeah, you want to because you like think it's like fun. It kind of reminds me of a lot of people with blackness, how they think like blackness is really cool. It's similar lane where like, people think blackness is cool, but I'm like, no, like that's an individual, that's a culture, but it's not like cool in inherently. Like it's a matter of like go participate or go like be your individual self and express yourself in whatever unique, cool way. But like you don't have to like emulate something that you think is cool. Like you can just either observe it. You don't have to always be a part of things that you think are cool.
Yeah, 100%. I love this comment code. That was cute. When Lucy LaDuca said now. That was cute.
Oh, yeah.
But
I just didn't need to see Matt Rogers and Bone Gang Nogue. I didn't need to.
Yeah, I was just like, why? I was like, why? But Devon, you have anything to say about
Did anyone like it?
Yeah, who liked it?
Yeah, who did?
I just want to know.
It was filler, and I was not here for the filler.
Yeah,
say it again. What was it?
it was filler, and I wasn't here for the filler moment.
Shade. Okay. All right.
It's the
So
truth.
yeah, enough of this nogging and this debacle that
Please.
took time away from our contestants.
Mhm.
The queen shall step into the workroom. Yeah, so this is where it's about to go down in the DMs.
Oh
Okay,
God, not
who is
again.
she? Listen. Okay, so this is where it's starting. We have Miss Kahana Montrese approach Candy Muse, talking about how she felt during her performance in the Snatch Game of Love, saying that she didn't like the fact what Heidi did during the performance. Then Miss Candy Muse ends up saying, "Well, since you have something to say, I'm going to say something too, because I heard that she came up to Jimbo saying that I was trying to get her out of this competition." And then Miss Kahana ends up approaching Heidi in closet about the situation, which I was here for, because if you have something to say it to my face. Don't say it behind my back. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she
Yep.
let her know, and it is what it was. Miss Heidi then ends up, Miss Kahana Montrese starts saying, "Well, you know what? It really affected me, and I don't think that was right, and that was not cool. How you literally came for me when I wasn't even catching Rouge jokes, what made you think I'm going to catch your jokes at the end of the day?" She was just saying how she felt. Miss Heidi in closet then returns and says, "Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Was it meant to be that way? It was honestly like I was trying to give you something to catch, but you didn't catch it. And I'm sorry for that. It was not my intention to make you feel that way." And it really kind of hurts her feelings that she felt that way, which is understandable, because at the end of the day, do you guys really think that Miss Heidi in closet was trying to really come for her like that, or was she just truly just playing the Snatch game, right?
No,
God,
no,
no.
no.
So
She
then,
was
She
playing.
was so sweet when Kahana came for her too.
right, 100%. So I'm just gonna talk about this whole scene, and then we're gonna get everyone's thoughts. So then, when in the middle of talking to Kahana about saying that it wasn't like that, I'm sorry that she felt that way. Candy Muse ends up then approaching Heidi about what she supposedly said, and that Heidi Candy Muse ended up going to Heidi saying that, "Well, why are you going around saying that I'm trying to get rid of Jimbo out of this competition?" And of course, Miss Heidi said, "Alexis, you were there. Did it not happen?" Alexis then nodded, "Yes, it did happen." Then Miss Jimbo asks Alexis, "Did this happen? Like, did she say this? Are you sure?" Miss and then Miss Candy Muse ends up saying, Is it did I say what Miss Heidi is saying, that I'm getting Jimbo out of this competition?" Miss Alexis looks up in the sky like she doesn't know what the fuck to do, and she says, "No, you didn't say that." Then Miss Jimbo gives this face like, "Wait, what? I thought you did. You just nodded yes, and now you're saying you didn't say that. So what is a real story?" Miss Heidi in closet looks confused, and Miss Candy Muse is over it and furious, and she's saying, "Well, it's really a democracy. So now that we're in this competition, Jimbo has the chance to really get rid of me if I'm ever in the bottom position, right?" Now, Miss Heidi ends up having enough of it. She says, "You know what? At the end of the day, you guys, when it comes down to voting, just vote Heidi." She ends up, wait, this was me through the whole time Miss Heidi was speaking, because I was literally confused. I was like, wait, what is going on? And then Miss Heidi ends up exiting the stage, left. She said, "Goodbye, good evenings, and good riddance. It is time for me to go and exit this crap." Miss Candy Muse ends up chasing after her, saying, "Girl, don't make this decision. Are you going to regret this?" Blah blah blah. They ended up, it is what it was. So Miss Candy Muse goes back into the workroom, telling the girls, "Yeah, it's indefinite. It really happened. Miss Heidi in closet is now out of this competition." Okay. And then we see Miss Alexis giving her own Academy Award winning performances again and again, crying. Okay. So
Oh my
we're
God,
left.
this moment.
I
We're
think
left
that's
here.
all about faces after
Absolute
all of
disgust.
this.
We were all Jessica.
I think that's all about
Okay.
faces after this.
Yeah. So now let us know down in the comments. Obviously, I'm going to get them to, I'm going to pull them up in a second. Now, where do we start with? Let's go with
Heidi and Kahana first, and then Heidi and Candy.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this moment right here. Go ahead from this point on. What do you guys think about this moment?
I'll go first. This to me was mind-blowing that Kahana felt the need to approach Heidi with this. One, I was thinking maybe Kahana needs some camera time. And then two, I was like, this really is stemming from a place of insecurity and a misunderstanding of how Snatch game is conducted. Like James said in our confessional, like it literally is a matter of volleyball. There's been plenty of times, even in the recent season 15, where somebody bombed on a joke. I think it was Sugar bombed on a joke, and Lucy went up in there and volleyballed and picked up a joke and shat on Sugar. Like this is the norm. This has literally been the standard of Snatch game. I think it is an unfortunate insecurity that she is projecting now onto Heidi. And if I were Heidi, maybe because Heidi was just so overwhelmed and over it all, she just felt the need to be so apologetic. I would apologize for my intent, but I would not apologize for playing the Snatch game. Like, I'm really surprised that Heidi was so comforting and understanding to Kahana, because I would have been like, girl, you tripping. You're straight up tripping. Like, this is literally the game. Like, if you didn't feel prepared for Snatch game, then maybe you should have set this one out. And yeah, I was really upset that Kahana came. Like, even in the trailer, I was just like, whoa, like yeah, I was really mind blown by the whole like approach from Kahana with Heidi. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it kind of
go ahead.
It kind of gave off the vibe that like Kahana and Candy were already talking. They were already discussing what they thought, what they were gonna do, what they wanted to say to Heidi, and then they like Kahana like pulls her in, like is coaxing her in, and then like once she's like right in there, then Candy starts jumping on her immediately, almost like it's like a dog pile, like everyone is surrounding her, like they're trying to like intimidate her almost. So like it really did feel like there was just this weird energy going about with like what they were trying to do in that moment.
Yeah, agreed. Devon, what do you think about this moment from this point on right here?
Well, a lot happened behind the scenes with this moment, and also leading up to this moment. And so I think Kahana was still in her feelings. I don't think she had recovered from her panic attack completely. And Heidi was very vulnerable anyway. And for her to come through, and I don't necessarily want to say attack her, because it wasn't really an attack. It was just expressing how she felt at that moment. And you know, Heidi understood what she was going through, but I believe, like Heidi said, I thought I was trying to help you. I didn't know it didn't really of how it was affecting you. So it is, you know, I just don't like the fact that Heidi had to go through that part, especially at the state that she was in that led up to her leaving.
Okay. Now, as far as for me with this moment, up into this moment right here, I think this is misplaced anger. I think that definitely Miss Kahana was disappointed in herself, and I think this was a self-reflection of what she was going through and felt about her performance, and she just wanted to place the blame somewhere else. It's unfortunate because everyone knows that's how you play Snatch game. I'm not going to be mad at my sister or a contestant for playing the game of how the rules are meant to be played. That's just what it is. It's just because at the end of the day, if she did good, she wouldn't be having this conversation with Heidi in closet. That's just what it was. But again, and if she was really worried about Heidi and her sister, the same reasons why Heidi didn't like Candy Muse was saying something in front of the group and making a spectacle of it. she should have kept that same mentality about Heidi's feelings, because she knew that if she would have said that in front of the group to make Heidi the spectacle again, just like Candy did with the whole, are you okay mentally now? You know, because that's why she said what she said about Jimbo and Candy Muse. Like, girl, you're sitting up with each other and you guys are keep cackling, but you talk shit behind your back. That's why she said that. That's why Heidi said that. Because Candy said in front of the group, like, are you okay mentally? Because I don't know if you're cool to be here. And then Miss Kahana ends up saying in front of the group, well, girl, I don't think you're playing right. I don't think you're playing fair. I don't think that was right of you to do. So technically, if you really want to call a spade, Kahana, you knew that Heidi didn't like Candy doing it. So what makes you think it's choice and right for you to do this to me? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, her feelings are totally valid because that's what Kahana felt. But she could have pulled her to the side and said, just like she went to the side with Miss Candy Muse, she could have pulled her to the side and said, girl, I don't like the way you did that. I don't like it. It rubbed me the wrong way. It hurt my feelings and all that extra stuff. So that's just me and my thought process with this situation. And now, obviously, we're going to move a little forward. We're going to go right here. This was choice for Miss Candy to step up and say something. Now, in my opinion, I think this was the correct time to say something because at the end of the day, the shit's already out of the bag. It's already there. It is what it is. And in my opinion, you're just going to say it. Because if stuff was already said behind closed doors or to the side, let it be on the side. But since it's already out there, we might as well just go ahead and play this game that you're playing. So Candy Muse ends up saying, and also, why are you saying that I'm trying to get rid of Jimbo? So what do you guys think about this moment right here? Devon, Chris, and then Raven.
Actually, I'm going to let Raven go first, and then we'll go up because evidently I interrupt everybody. So we're going to start.
What are you talking about?
You know, I feel like I interrupt everyone.
No, what? Somebody called me. Ken Scales called me out talking about this reminds me of The View because I'm interrupting everybody.
Oh my God.
So
I feel like I have been.
Listen, Kahana, we're not going to have it today, okay?
Oh, girl.
So I'm gonna let the other ones.
Listen, Kahana. I'm gonna have to rail you in, okay, Kahana?
Well, you know my first middle name is Katari, so it's kind of close enough.
So Kahana, go first. Go ahead. What do you think about this moment right here? Devon.
Ooh, well, this was a tough moment because this actually happened off camera, and Candy, really should have just been honest and in the moment about it because she should have been like, yeah, I said it. But then Candy got kind of scared because this is threatening her alliance. That's why she did. That's why she kind of started that little drama. But because if she felt like something that she confided in and some other girls knew, and it was like okay, right, okay, come on now.
But go ahead.
But and for Candy to do that in that moment when it's already tense, I understand where you're coming from, Valerie. But and then it gets a little bit deeper with that, and I'm like, ooh, and then the whole reason of Alexis's reasoning behind why she didn't. I'm like, bitch, please. Anyway.
Right. Okay. Chris, this moment with Candy saying what she needs to say to Miss Heidi and the cast.
I feel the same with Devon. Like, I feel like we were almost to a moment of getting some resolve with Heidi and Kahana, and we didn't even take a beat. Like, we didn't even take a moment of reprieve before Candy came in and wanted to confront Heidi. Like, I do agree with you, Valerie. I think that she should have addressed it. I'm glad that she just didn't leave it in the confessional. But it was like, damn, like, you are really trying to stir up the drama, like, and keep
Mhm.
this momentum going. And I get it, it's good TV, but it just feels like a really inappropriate time because then it dogpiled on Heidi. Like, it definitely overwhelmed Heidi to the point where Heidi was like, I'm over this. I'm not down with this type of conflict and the way it's being conducted. So I feel like, yeah, it was a inappropriate time for her to bring up her qualms that she had with Heidi. And I feel like, honestly, she should have maybe put this off camera because it really did like question Heidi's integrity. Like
Yep.
Devon said, like he really
Yes.
did feel like Candy clearly felt like she would be at risk to be voted off because all of a sudden, like, someone knew out in the open that they were being gunned for. There was some tea spilled. Heidi spilled another live that, like, which sucks that we didn't get the context, but like Heidi told Jimbo to approach Candy, so that way it wasn't seeming like messy. So that way it wasn't seeming like I'm not talking behind your back. Like, go get it from the horse's mouth. And so, yeah, it was really frustrating for Candy to want to make this a moment and question Heidi's integrity when Heidi was like, that's not what happened. And so I can understand where you were like, you're going to lie on my name. Okay, like, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to leave. So it's very frustrating. And when Candy was talking about like sisterhood, like Jimbo stepped in and said, like, I'm talking about sisterhood. Heidi was protecting me, and
Right.
Candy seemed contradictory because she's talking about sisterhood. Like, you're going against your alliance. Like you said, the three of y'all are in alliance, and you went to your other sister within this alliance and said that you wanted to vote somebody out if they were ever in the bottom. So it just seemed like, yeah, really contradictory to me. I wish Candy would have owned up to what she said. Yeah, you are a threat to this competition. Yeah, I am intimidated by you. You're doing really well, and if you do get to the bottom, that's the game I'm going to play. And just would have like stand 10 toes down. And Candy didn't to me. Candy to me was just coming off. I think they used this term a lot in season 15, but to me, Candy was coming off as a bully. And Candy didn't bully Alexis. Candy just asked her for a clarifying question. And you had to go to the Alexis, but like Alexis, teetering back and forth, like playing like a victim in this, or like, own up to what was said. Like, or if you don't want to be in it, don't be in it. But it was frustrating to see Alexis like teeter back and forth of whether or not what was said. And I can understand Heidi's just being frustrated because she's being gaslit in these moments and her integrity is being questioned. So, as a fan of Heidi, I'm disappointed that she went, but as like somebody who has been in plenty of situations like that, where you're just like, you know what, I can take no more. It doesn't matter what other people expect of me. It doesn't matter what other people want from me. For me to protect my peace, I'm leaving this because this is not really the type of, like, I think drama is good, but like when we're talking about people's integrity, like, no, I'm gonna leave. Like, no, you really putting my name in there and putting my integrity out there. So I understand why Heidi left. I do really understand. Candy was playing a character, honestly, to her own fault.
Okay. And Raven, what do you think about this, that moment right there with Candy and Heidi?
I mean, let's be real. If Candy wasn't lying about like saying that, then she would have taken Heidi to the side and asked her why she was thought that, why that she was saying that. She made it public because she wanted to save face. She wanted like Jimbo to see that she was like so like distraught by the like accusation of it, but instead she just wanted to like orchestrate this whole thing so that like everyone could see that, oh, she's not lying, she like is in the right here, just so that she would like not be eliminated in the future because of that.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. I think with that moment, to me personally, I'm going to say this: I don't imagine elongating the situation with Heidi. Because let's just say they didn't pile all the things on top of her with Kahana and then the and then the Candy situation. Why not just let it all out right then and there instead of just bringing it up tomorrow or the next day? Because it's going to be like, well, then what else? Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be the same outcome no matter what is going to happen, because it's either you're going to get meltdown when it's all piled on top of you, or you're going to melt down because everything seems like it's getting piled on top of you, because it's like you can't get a breather. So it is what it was with that situation. I think that Candy definitely is lying in my book. There's no way that you can't. I think that she's lying about her saying that she didn't say that. I think that she did say that. And I think that Heidi was basically saying, girl, you did say that, and I have proof. And it's just unfortunate that Miss didn't really cough up to what she technically said. And I mean, what do you guys think about Miss Alexis now with the situation? When her first agreeing and then denying it right
What
here.
Beyonce say? Flip floppity flippy ass bitch.
Right,
That's
hello,
exactly what she was.
100%,
That's exactly what she
100%.
was. Like,
What do you? Okay, so Chris, Devon, and then Raven.
yeah, that's what I felt like. I just feel like she was flip flopping. She could go home with Candy as well. Like, okay, like I clearly don't have any trust in your word, and clearly you're not going to be able to back me up in future instances where I know what the truth is and what was said. So yeah, you could go too. Like, very like self-centered as well. And I feel like it's interesting. I think a lot of this is motivated by just getting camera time. I really feel like that, and I get it. That's part of the game, but I don't know. I think to the point where it paints you in a certain light, and you're not going to be able to course correct. Like, is it really worth like getting the camera time and for these type of moments? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah. I'm like, no,
Right.
okay, I couldn't trust you in this game. And apparently Alexis is. I guess all these people outside of the show are great people and great performers. But yeah, in this competition setting, it would definitely make me weary moving forward of ever like partnering with Alexis. The same way she did with Darian as well in previous episodes. Like, she just had a good track record of just thinking about herself and not thinking about who she's in alliances with or who she has a sisterhood with.
Right. So Clown Runa said, I get people wanting Candy to own up to it, but if she owns up to it, then Candy will have a target on her back, and that's what she doesn't want. So I get why she's keeping it on the low.
She should have said it to Heidi then, if that was the case. If she really wanted to not have a target on her back and she wanted to move like that, then she should just hush her mouth and move in silence, honestly.
Right. And then so Devon, I know you know the backstage tea with the situation. So go ahead and dish us that situation and think about this.
Okay. As I said before, Miss Vicky was very busy.
Oh, she was busy.
She was very busy.
She told me Miss Vicky's a mess.
Yeah, and Miss Vicky was all over this episode. She was like, "Oh, girl," and so this also was like, and I could hear Miss Vicky telling Candy, "Girl, don't say that out loud on the air. Don't say that while your mic don't, because that's what happened with Alexis Mateo and India Farah when they were trying to get rid of Shay in AllStars 5.
Yeah.
So I could hear that little Miss Vicky squeaking in her ear with that. So my whole thing was, and with Alexis, and somebody also said it, and girl, you were scared.
Yeah.
You wasn't scared, you were scared.
No, Alexis. No, but did you hear Alexis said that she was scared?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alexis was scared. That's what I'm saying. She was scared.
Oh yeah.
I'm country grammar.
Okay.
From St. Louis. She was scared of Candy. She when Candy confronted her about it, she was like, "Oh, let me shut up before, because I don't want that smoke."
Right.
So, but then to have an Emmy moment, an Emmy Academy Award moment afterwards, with that big bald spot sitting right in the middle of your back of your head, girl. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, girl. For real.
So
you knew your ass should have said something, right? Girl, please.
No. Yeah, 100%. So you guys, truthfully, Alexis did admit on a live with Candy that she did lie. She said that she was scared of Candy. So if you guys didn't catch that, that's what happened. Truly.
Yeah.
The reason why she nodded yes in the beginning was because she answered the question correctly the first time. And then when Jimbo asked her, so wait, what are you saying? Wait, when Jimbo asked her, so when Jimbo.
Oh yeah, Jimbo.
Jimbo asked her, so wait, so are you saying that Candy did say that she was going to get rid of me when she had the chance to? And then that's when Candy was like, so wait, are you truly saying that? Like, girl, speak up, forever hold your peace, and kind of nudged her like, girl, Miss Thing, say it, I dare you. And then and then that's when That's exactly that's exactly what was going on in Miss Alexis's mind. The train wreck was happening. The train, that's exactly what was going on. That sound right there in her mind. She said, "Okay, girl, that right there," and she just said, "No, you didn't say that." She was scared of her. So, yeah, it is what it was. And so yeah, where were we at? Was it Chris? Right? We did Chris. We did okay. So
Raven,
Raven. Now, what do you
Raven.
think about that whole moment?
Alexis.
I don't know what Alexis means by she's scared of Candy. Does she mean that she's afraid she's gonna send her home if she told the truth? It's just a weird phrasing to me. I feel like if you meant that, you would say that. So like I don't know. I have no idea what she really means by she was scared of her. But like in general, it's just like Alexis would get a better rep if she was just honest. Because she's not honest, the only person that it looks better to is Candy.
Yeah.
The train is paid. Bitch, this budget on my show, bitch. We got trains and shit, bitch, coming into play.
Okay.
That is funny. Oh, that was a good one. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It is what it was. Alexis loves to throw people under the bus. Yeah, she did this in her first season, and she's doing it now. But at the end of the day, Miss Alexis didn't cop up to it, which is unfortunate, which led Miss Candy Muse to really exit the competition. So with me, I'm gonna say this off bat. Candy, it's unfortunate that you did leave. I mean, Miss Heidi, it's unfortunate that you did leave. I just want everyone and future contestants. I know it's hard. We as viewers don't understand what you guys go through, but don't let no one ever take your greatness away. Don't ever let no one take your greatness away, even though it might be hard and you're going through a lot of stuff mentally. I'm glad that you chose your peace over anything, and that's great. But at the end of the day, Heidi, we were all literally rooting for you. We wanted you to go far. Even at the end of the day, you still are going to go far, but we would love to see you go to the end. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it was. It's just unfortunate. And you let Miss Candy get the best of you in this episode, and that's just what it was. But go ahead.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Devon, Chris, and then Raven.
And I want to say to Heidi, because Heidi honestly went into this thinking that this was going to be like an All-Star 7 winner season, because Naisha spilled the tea at the Roscoe's viewing party that after that first lipstick elimination, that when they were doing it, because the girls are separated. So after Heidi went and casted her vote, she saw Heidi, and Heidi was literally bawling in tears and was literally saying, "This is not what I wanted. This is not what I signed up for." So I get where Heidi was coming from, especially when in episode 2, when she was like, "You know what? I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm quitting." So this right here was the breaking point for her. This was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right.
So I understand, and I still love Heidi. I wish her the best, and I know she's still thriving after all of this. And I know she spilled the tea on her Patreon with ISIS on a podcast. So if anybody want to go see that, it's out there.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a lot for her to take in, and then this was just too much for her.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, on Heidi's exit, like I said, I understand the human aspect of it, but it does become frustrating as a viewer when you start seeing this become like a frequent trend. Like, it is frustrating. It's people who are rooting for, and generally, it's always people who are fan favorites. They're never like the people who are doing poorly in the competition. And I think, I wish they could, create a better environment. Somebody said in the chat, like, they need to step up their game care, because I think that the queens do have a therapist afterwards. I think actually shows have therapists for them to talk about their experience on being like, you know, filmed constantly. So I just wish that they would create a production would create a better environment for the queens to handle. Like clearly they want conflict to happen. We as viewers, as producers, and even them as a contestants want that. So I just wish it was a better environment for them where they can come down from it. Because I agree, like I feel like I kind of feel like cheated and wasted when queens go home. It's very, very frustrating as a viewer to see a queen quit. Like I said, generally fan favorite. And I am taken aback by the queens assuming that just because All-Star season 7 winners was no one going home, that they were going to be held to that same expectation. Like it made sense to me. No one ever cleared it in the queens or production, but it makes sense to me that nobody would want to go on a season and be eliminated first or early. So it makes sense for all winners not to go home and just be in a point system. But I'm like, yeah, I want it to go back to the regular way, because at the end of the day, this is a competition. Girls don't go home. It creates higher stakes for the competition. So I am like, it's interesting that the queens thought that they would be not coming back to a regular season when that clearly was something that was created for all the winners, not for a regular season.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I want all the winners season to stay just the way it is. I don't mind All-Stars being this way, because those are just the rules. It is what it is, and people just need to get used to the rules, you know. But go ahead, Raven. What do you think about this moment right here with Heidi end up leaving the competition? Raven. Oh, he ended up getting out. Okay, so
I guess that's a common trend. Everybody exiting.
Right, exactly. So, so with the situation, it's just like I said, it's just unfortunate. It is what it is, but yeah, it just sucks. And I agree with the mental health situation, and I think a lot of the times the mental health like therapists and stuff that they would need, it's not even necessarily from the show, because they can get over it and they always talk about it and they become friends, and then they get back into each other's like group chats and all that with the contestants. It's usually just the fandom that really makes it truly worse, you know. So I think that's what it really comes down to. So but yeah, it is what it is with that. So moving on, Miss Heidi in closet is now gone.
Not Gen Z problems.
Not Gen Z. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. And you know, speaking about Gen Z problems, do you think as the generations are becoming newer and fresher and stuff, do you think that they're more sensitive or uber sensitive now? Like they can't handle like not losing or not getting a golden sticker or not, you know what I'm saying?
I do get that sentiment. I think for me, my perspective is I don't think that the generations are getting more sensitive. I think what it is people are being more empowered to speak how they feel. To be honestly, like, yeah, to be honest, like I've heard, you know, generations like my mother and grandmother talk about how like they felt frustrations, they felt anger, they felt depression, but they never were encouraged to speak up on it because, you know, stay in a child's place or like, you know, respect certain elders or like tough it up. But it's like, I don't think that, so I don't think people become more sensitive. I think that people are just we're seeing people be able to have more agency and autonomy over their feelings and have more room and space to express how they feel. That's my perspective, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Devon, you have anything to say about that or no?
I think because I have siblings who are within all of those generations, you know, there is a difference because like my mom is a baby boomer. I'm a Gen Xer. My sister under me is basically like in between the Gen X and millennial.
Right.
And so I have two basically late millennials, so siblings. So it's like, yeah, they're and the younger two are more prone to say how they feel, which my mother can't stand. and they're more prone to, it's not that they're sensitive, but they're more empowered to to set boundaries and to let people know how they're feeling and to make sure that they get it out so that people understand where they're coming from. And that's the thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And Raven, what do you think about? Oh no, did you hear what we were saying or no?
Yeah, I came back. I just got a package delivered, so I just left for a minute.
Okay. No, I was saying about the sensitivity level for like the newer generation. Because
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
how old are you?
So I'm 18, and
Okay, so yeah,
so
what do you
like I saw someone in the comments say that like it was like yeah, this generation doesn't know how to resolve um conflicts healthy sometimes. And the thing with that is you could say that about any generation. It's really not like a this generation thing. It's just a thing that is permeated throughout like every generation. So I
Mm,
think it just changes. Like it differs from each generation. So like
mhm.
I don't really fully understand like just like appropriating it to like a specific group rather than recognizing that it's like just a phenomenon. So I think that like there's just different sensitivities that people have because it's not like people back in the day were any less sensitive. Like the whole satanic panic, like trying to take like D&D away and stuff like that, like random board
Mhm.
games or like stuff like that. It's like it's not that they were any more or less sensitive. It's just that we're just different. We have
Okay.
different like things that make that.
Mhm.
No, okay. Okay,
You
that
said
makes
it. Yeah,
sense.
you said it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you said it.
No,
Mhm.
no, yeah, yeah. I mean, but no, I think you guys are sensitive. I think I think that you guys I just feel like it's the entitlement for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the work to get there is not there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you guys want to come out with already with a gold sticker with everything that everyone does, and that just not life. You know, that's just not what happens. And then when you're hit with reality, like and somebody saying that you don't do good, it's like the end of the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. And I
Well,
think
we
that the
talking about criticism though. I guess we sensitivity covers so many things. Though. I kind of agree with that part. If we're talking about
yeah,
criticism,
yeah,
oh,
like, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
criticism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, is the newer generation too sensitive? Is it do they expect to have a pat on the back or a gold sticker for everything that they do? Or, you know, do they not know how to handle criticism versus people that are older? Like, you know, like how did things change to be so hypersensitive nowadays compared to back in the day? And granted, yes, people are sensitive anyway back in the day as well, but it's like a hypersensitivity of it all and the entitlement of I should be getting praise or I should be doing well and I should be doing this because I applied myself. Not because I worked hard, because I just applied myself, you know? And it was just kind
I
of
mean,
like,
I agree with you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. And it's just like I don't think that like even to this day, like, oh no, we can't pick a winner for the race because everyone wins. No, 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 sweetie, no. Everyone doesn't win. And then you train the person, the people to think that everything that I do, I'm gonna win. And when you step into reality in life, you're shocked and it's a mental fuck for you. And it's
I,
just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not like that in life.
I
You have
wonder
to
if that's more so of a not a generational problem and more of a culture and community problem, like Raven was saying. Because like I do agree that like I don't think that people have been less sensitive in the past. Like my father is 60 years old. I remember him as me as a child, like him very poor sport when it came to like just playing like fun football games and like board games, being like a very sore loser. I wonder if it's just a matter of like certain communities and cultures have higher levels of sensitivity than other cultures, but it makes I don't know, maybe we're just it's more visible now, but I don't feel like there's anything different because I definitely
Okay.
seen my
Okay.
grandparents and my parents
Tip is right.
be
Tip
really
is right.
sensitive, you know? So
Yeah, I guess it was just a topic. I guess we're moving on. We're
this
fading
is a
away.
conversation though, yeah.
You know,
This is
we're
a good
definitely
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're definitely a conversation we got to have on another panel to really deep
Yeah.
dive into it. But that's a
Yeah.
good conversation to have,
Yeah.
especially like with Raven because you're 18. Christopher, I don't know how old you
I'm
are.
34.
Devon, Okay, so yeah, we're all in this. We have like a spectrum of ages, you know, and then yeah, and everyone in the comments as well. So yeah, that's an awesome conversation to have, and I think it's truly needed because we don't talk about it a lot. Like, do you realize that
No, we
people
don't.
don't need to get praise all the time and the entitlement? You guys really don't. You guys have to work hard.
Yeah.
Like you have to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but moving on, let's get into Miss Rue's look. Is this a safe chopper over look? Let's just make this quick, you guys. Comment down in the comment section, safe chopper overlook. Devon, Chris, and then Raven, let us just know really quick.
Definitely a high save. The wig was much better than previous
Amen.
one.
Amen.
So, but definitely a high save.
Okay, Chris.
Over.
Okay, Raven.
It's cute, safe.
Okay, it's cute.
I
Safe.
enjoy it.
Okay, this was a safe look. It was okay. It was cute. You know, I agree with Raven. Okay, so now the category is reveal yourself. Okay, first queen on the list. It is Miss Alexis Michelle. What do you guys think about Miss Alexis Michelle's look? Let us know down in the comments. Safe chopper over. Raven, Chris, and then Devon. Go ahead.
So I think that like I like the start of it. It's like the Swamp Witch, but then she reveals, but she just kind of stays the same like evil character. It doesn't really go anywhere. Like I wish that it turned white, but it's safe, you know. If it was like a contrast, it would be over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Christopher.
I feel this exact same way. I was just going to use those exact words, contrast. Like, I feel like it's a safe look. If there was a bigger contrast, like white or different makeup, or different silhouette, even. I mean, I guess the first look doesn't have a silhouette, but yeah, I just feel like bigger contrast, it would have been a better reveal. And we've also seen these type of looks before in various performances and media, so it's safe.
Yeah. Devon.
I have to agree with everyone. This is pretty safe. I just feel like she could have done more. We always see Alexis do something similar to this, and I wish, like Chris said, I wish there was a different color palette with the dress, or even a wig reveal, a different wig. You know, I would have done something. I would have enjoyed it a bit more, but it's definitely a safe.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you guys. Definitely a safe in my book. I needed a different contrast. It would have popped more. It would have made my eye go wow. Definitely agree with you, Devon, too, as well, with maybe even a wig reveal, like take that off and have something down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Something different, just to give a different type of look when you're doing a reveal, especially on the main stage. But yeah, definitely safe in my book for sure. Let's go to the next queen. It is Miss James Mansfield. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about Miss James Mansfield's look. Safe chopper over. Let's go Devon, Chris, and then Raven.
I'm so tired of this silhouette from her, and this color. I understand she likes, this is who she is. This is what she does. I'm really tired of it. I'm over it. The only thing I will say is that she gave us reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal. But it was still, at the very end of it, it kind of bunched up. The fit was ill-fitting. You know, it was just the same thing that we know from her. It wasn't anything different. So it's a low safe. I could, if I really wanted to, I could really chop this, but it's a very low safe.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, when it first came out on the Runway, I was like, man, like, you know, we've seen this done before from her multiple times. But then, like Devon says, as she kept revealing, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like into it. Like, no one had as that many reveals as James Mansfield did. So I would say she went from like a low safe when she first came out on her way to a safe for me for this Runway.
Okay. Raven, what do you think?
If she would have come out as an actual puppet and then revealed into that dress, it would have been over. But the fact that she came out with it just showing the dress, I cannot forgive that. Immediate chop. I
Oh,
do not want to see the dress that is underneath your reveal. That's not the point.
okay. Okay, all right, all right. For me, I'm gonna give this a low safe in my opinion. I mean, you guys know I love James Mansfield, but I'm just gonna have to be honest. I wasn't really too wowed about it. I've seen it before on her. I've seen different styles of like this. Every outfit that she changed into, I pretty much have seen on her before. You know, even with the red when she did the veneno look with the pasties. You know what I'm saying? And the bright, we've seen it on the runway already. You know, so it's kind of like, okay, I get it. It's cute. It's fun. It's James Mansfield. It is what it is. But you're on All Stars now. Like, amp it up for me. And maybe a different color would have worked for you. Get out of the pink. You know. But it is what it is. Moving on. We're gonna go with Miss Jessica Wilde. Is this a safe chopper over for Miss Jessica Wilde? Let us know down in the comments, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go with Raven, Chris, and then Devon.
So with this one, I can't say I really enjoy any of the looks that she presented. Like the first one doesn't feel like a look to me. It's just like a robe, and then she takes it off to a misshapen egg,
Mm.
and then she takes that off to just a bathing suit that has eggs on it. I don't, I don't connect to it. I don't even know if I could. It's safe, I guess, but it's also kind of a chop. I don't even know. It's just, it's so boring and basic that it's not horrible. I just don't like it.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So, Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, chop it up and put it in the skillet and scramble it up. Yeah,
Damn.
like I love the idea. I actually like the idea. I like the reference. I'm not getting sick of the chicken reference, but like poor execution. Like to me, this looks like something she made in the workroom. Honestly, like this does not look like
Literally.
Shit.
Oh God.
very unfortunate. Love the concept. Poor execution. Poor execution.
Yeah. Okay. Devon, what do you think?
I'm kind of in agreement with the guys. This was a chopped, screwed, and scrambled buffoonery. I get the reference from the first look. The second look, girl.
Oh my God. I can't with it.
You know what, Arshia, you will not.
Right. Okay.
Like Olaf, I cannot.
Right. This was a misshapen hard-boiled egg, and then the third one was the only one that I really truly got and I really truly liked, but that didn't help the rest of the other two. She just came out of scrambled eggs. I would have gotten a shot.
Okay, yeah.
Why she come out here looking like that?
I don't know.
I can't.
It's crazy. It's a chop for me as well. The only thing I liked is the robe, really. Like that's the only thing I really liked was
I
the
didn't
robe.
even like that.
Yeah, damn. Okay, well,
I can't.
okay, the
chopped cheese.
The whole thing. Top to bottom. 1, 2, 3.
I cannot. Christian P says those eggs need to be in a pan. Okay,
Burn it.
100%, 100%. But yeah,
with some bacon.
Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat too, babe Christian. I appreciate you for the $2 super chat. So now Miss Kahana Montrese, what do you guys think about her look? Is this a safe chopper overlook in your opinion? Devon, Chris, and then Raven.
Little tea about this look.
Mm-hmm.
Kahana revealed on her Twitter that her original reveal look did not make it to her in time. So this was actually what she was going to wear. This was the look that she was actually going to wear for her talent show. So with that being said, to do something this risky, to do a burlesque look and literally just take it all off. I mean, it's nice. I understand Vegas showgirl, burlesque. I get it. It's safe for me. She looked good doing it, but yeah, it was, and I didn't think she was gonna take it all off, but she
Mhm.
did, and so um, it's a safe for me.
Okay. Not a beautiful chop, a lovely chop, a glamorous chop. I cannot, Jason.
Okay.
But go ahead,
It
Chris.
no lies.
Yeah, that was a really sad story, but it's still a chop. It's still a chop. You know, it's not a. I'm like, stop relying on that body. Like,
See,
I'm just like, even still, even within like the variety that she brought, like you've already had a similar look like this. You brought this look.
Yes.
Like, I get it if this is your brand, but like you still could have had more variety. Like you literally have worn a similar color palette, some similar silhouette, and two other looks already. So I'm like, bring a little bit of variety, and maybe this look could have been sold better. But I'm like, this is a challenge. This is relying on your body. Fat girl could never do this.
Why did we not get a talent show? That's what started off the season, right off the okay. Yeah, okay. So Raven, what did you think about this?
Like, I know that she had a mishap, but I still feel like she was genuinely like, oh my god, I revealed my breast, boobs, titties, and butt, and that's such a good reveal. It's just immediately good. But no, it's not. It just doesn't count. You just
Okay.
took your panties off.
All right. All right. Girl, it might work downtown on the corner, but ain't gonna work on Drag Race Runway.
That's
Yeah, for me, this is gonna be it's a low safe for me. Yeah, it's a low safe for me because
right,
is it really though?
right.
It's just not a reveal. I feel like that makes it an immediate chop. Like, it doesn't
Is
count
it?
for what it
She took
is.
things off. She didn't reveal us anything.
It's just not revealing. That's just getting naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chop then. It's a chop. You guys made me change my mind. Look what you guys did. Okay, I agree
No,
with
bro.
everyone in the comments. I agree with everyone in the comments and everyone on the panel. It is a chop for sure. I love the fact that she still took off the panties, and I loved the duct tape. It was a perfect addition to it. It was a perfect addition. But moving on, we're gonna go with Miss Candy Muse. Candy
Oh
Muse,
god.
what do you guys think about this look down in the comments? You guys let us know. Safe chopper over. Raven, what do you think?
Here's the thing. It starts out like passable. I like it. It's, a housewife look. It passes. When she reveals it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be so good. But then it's there. It's sitting there. And it's not good. And then she does the Sasha Colby. And then it's that flat ass fucking garter belt. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't have shape.
Yeah.
Immediate chop. I love her. I cannot with this.
Does
Yeah.
anything with Candy have any shape?
Oh, shade.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Devon, and then Chris.
Well, like Raven said, it started out pretty good. The Stepford Wives thing, I get it, and I did not get the second look at all. I don't know what the hell she was thinking there.
Oh god.
And then the third look, you could have done a better job being a robot than this.
Yeah.
Come on,
It's not a robot.
really? It's not a. It's supposed to be a robot, but it's not.
It's a
It's just
hoe.
you.
It's a hobot, but
You know what? I cannot. No, I cannot. I cannot.
I agree
So
with you, Raven. It is a whole bot, and it is a whole chop for me.
okay. Okay. Chris.
Yeah, it's a chop for me as well. I agree that it was promising at first, and then like just disappointment after disappointment. The only thing that she did well was the transitions. Like to me, it just didn't tell a story. Like I didn't know what story she was trying to tell. I don't care what Twitter thread she may have posted, somebody else posted, or what cute voiceover she could thread this outfits together. To me, they were all just so disjointed and random, and I didn't know what story she was telling. Plus, like everyone said, everything is so ill-fated, poorly ill-fated.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with this. This was definitely a chop. I could have maybe messed with the first look, but that second red dress, it was definitely it was a Goodwill. It's a Goodwill dress, honestly. Don't I'm dead.
It was handed down for
Not even
generations.
I swear to goodness, go to your Goodwill. You're gonna find a dress like this in many different shades and colors. I promise you. You're really gonna find that dress. And then with the lingerie, I just didn't I just like what Tiffany said. Girl, when did training bras become fashionable? I just don't understand. It just makes no sense for me. But moving on,
She really bought 3 random looks and was like, "Yep, this is
this
like
gonna
a
work.
storyline.
Yeah.
It's the story. I can see it."
And the story didn't even go. It didn't even go together. I was like, what are we doing?
She thought she turned it.
Right. So moving on, and next
And
queen.
even and then what a segue.
Right.
Oh my god, I cannot.
So then we're gonna get into this look, you guys. Let us know. Safe chopper over down in the comments. We're gonna go with Chris, and then we're gonna go Devon, and then Raven.
The look is a over. Like she looks bomb. Like body, good. Good. What do you call it? Good. I was gonna say texture. Good fabric. Great body. The makeup and the hair looks amazing. But chop for the concept because there's literally no concept. Like. And also, I think this people were saying this online, similar to Alaska, and like I agree. To me, her outfit was a chop too on AllStars too. Honestly, I think a lot of people gave her praise, but I'm like, yeah, this is a chop. There's no concept in here. She literally just took out a piece of fabric and then came out in that. But she looks amazing though. Like if the category was bodysuit, she would get top 2 of the week.
Bodysuit.
Okay.
Woo, shady. Okay. So go ahead, Devon. What do you think?
Miss Lala thought she was gonna come out here looking like a diver, and go Ghirardelli, and she came out looking like Hershey's.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a pretty bodysuit. It's the best she's looked all season.
Yes, I agree.
But the bow in the back. Now, I will say this: if she had have untied the bow in the back to reveal something different, I would have been here for it. But no, mama. This is a chop. This is a hot chop.
Yeah. Raven, what do you think about this look?
She really brought out a velvet blanket and was like, "Yep, it's the first look. It's 1, and then we got this. 2, I did it. It's the assignment. I've done it."
Yeah.
Chop.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Immediately.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, it should have revealed into her back look. That would have been something. I could have been entertained.
Yeah.
I would have at least, but you're right. I would have been entertained with that, but it still would have been a chop though, no shade. But at the end of the day, let's just be real. I mean, this is the best she ever looked. I agree with you guys. And she really just took off material. She took off a cape. I mean, it's not a reveal, so it's a chop for me as well. So moving on, next and last contestant, it is Miss Jimbo, my favorite bimbo. What do you guys think down in the comments? Let us know. Safe chopper over. Let's go with Raven, Devon, and then Chris.
This is not a competition when on the runway with this. She comes out as like Eve, and she like I didn't know what was happening when she stepped out on the runway, but she turns around into Eve, and then like she has the apple. It's a whole storyline. I hate the reveal category on Drag Race, but if people were doing it like she was, then I wouldn't have a problem with it, because like normally people just can't do it, but like if you think of it like this, then it is executable with, like, I don't know if that's a word, but like no matter who you are, like you can still like come out of the box with it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So Devon, go ahead. What did you think?
This was a whole concept, and Jimbo is always excellent about the concept. I actually saw the behind the scenes of how this was made. That is actually Jimbo's face as
Mhm.
Adam, and that was it was very creative how they have came out as Adam, walked backwards at that, and then turned around with Eve. And the whole Apple thing was so unexpected. I was like, wow, that was a whole concept. That was a whole level. And she slayed that for me. So this was definitely an overlook.
Yeah.
Overlook.
Yeah. So Chris, what did you think?
Yeah, talk about a 1-2 combo with the Snatch game and the Runway. I love when the winner of the main challenge, Maxi Challenge, has a good runway just to give it a good cherry on the top. Like, just so creative, so clever. The fact that she, a lot of people do reveals and take something off. Like, no, she did a 180 and did a reveal. Like, totally just out of the box. Like, no one's ever done this before. No one's ever done a 180 reveal, right? Like, just amazing. Like, just so creative. God, like her brain, man. I want to she needs to have like sit down and just talk about what her creative process is and what she's inspired.
That would be good. That would be great. Yeah, 100%. I agree with everyone in the comments as well as everyone on the panel. I mean, this is just at this point, it's really Jimbo versus the world. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? It's really her crown to take at this point. She's just killing it, knock it out of the ballpark. And this is just genius. This is genius. This is great. This is amazing. It looked good on both ends. And yeah, I love it. It's definitely an overlook in my opinion. So now Rue had to pick a winner for the episode, and she ended up picking Miss Jimbo, my favorite bimbo, to win, which I think I'm not even going to ask you guys. We all know.
Unanimous.
Unanimous.
We all know that. That's not even a question. And if you guys think otherwise, you should definitely stop watching the show. It's not for you.
Right.
Yeah. So the bottom two queens was Miss Jessica Wilde and Miss Kahana Montrese. In the comments, let us know if these were the bottom correct two, or who would you have replaced? Now that Candy's gone, we're not thinking about Candy anymore. We're talking about Heidi. I always do that. And now that Heidi is gone, is this the correct bottom two, or who would you switch out with it? Let me know down in the comments. Let's go with Devon, Chris, and Raven.
No, it was the correct bottom two. It was no other way. It's nobody else.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, this is the correct bottom two. I never watched AllStars Untucked, but I decided to watch it because I was curious to see, if they were talking about anything about Heidi. And in that Untucked, like Kahana and someone else kept saying that like it was going to be Heidi in the bottom two with Jessica. I was so confused. I'm like, honestly, this episode that's shown to me that Kahana might be slightly delusional. Like her perception is just warped.
Right.
You were on the same stage as everyone else. But yeah, this to me correct bottom two.
I mean, she did think that was a reveal. So I mean, I don't know.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know. But Raven, correct bottom two or no?
Yeah, it couldn't have been anybody else. They were the only people who did bad. Everyone else was at least passable. I don't know how it could have gone any other way, no matter what.
Okay, and then now we had to get the we're gonna reveal the lip sync assassin, and that ended up being Miss Jasmine Kennedy. It was great to see Miss Jasmine Kennedy. She looked amazing.
Yes, she does.
To see her on the stage again, and she had to lip sync against Jimbo to see who was going to win the cash for this season. So yeah, I'm not gonna ask you guys about her because it's a unanimous decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Amen. Yep.
No, I'm not going to disagree.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go with the lip sync. What did you guys think about the lip sync? You guys in the comments, let us know down in the comments what you thought. Let's go with Christopher, Raven, and then Devon. What did you think about the lip sync?
Jim was a mess like usual. A mess that I actually find funny to be entertaining. Like, you know, it was entertaining. Like, she's never gonna win, but I'm always entertained nonetheless. Jasmine, I thought she was good. It still felt a little low energy to me. Like, I think she was a clear winner. I think she did good, and it was nice that she did that little Dua Lipa dance. But I don't know, it felt kind of low energy to me. Like, I felt like she was the lip sync assassin for season 14, and she really turned it out a lot of her performances. And this was a high energy song. And yeah, I just wanted a little bit more from Jasmine. I kind of expected her to do a little bit more. Like, she did turn it at the end, but I was expecting more for her throughout. But I guess she was building the song, if you will. But it was mid. It was okay.
Okay. Raven.
In the first 3 seconds, Jimbo said, "I'm out. I cannot do this.
Yep.
I have
Sure
fallen.
did. Sure
I cannot get up.
Sure did.
I will never return.
Yep.
This is the end."
Yep.
And I don't know what's worse, the fall or the wig underneath that hat.
Yeah.
Girl, with that outfit, that flat hair,
it was wrong.
that is a shake and go wig. I will not be convinced otherwise.
And she slipped. You're right, Jason. She slipped too.
She slipped. Mm-hmm.
So Devon, what do you think about this lip sync?
Well, like Raven said, I knew when she slipped it was done. And then the wig reveal really, no. I still have a little bit of hope for Jimbo, but as far as the lip sync is concerned, and Jasmine, Chris, I see where you're coming from when you say there was a little bit of a lower energy with Jasmine. She was doing a lot of stunts and stuff, but I wonder if production told her something and she knew, because it wasn't as energetic as it would normally be. So I agree with you
it's
there.
a Dua Lipa song.
Exactly. It could have been more high energy.
I don't think she.
No, Valery's saying that. I think that's a high energy song. I like future nostalgia. Like, I like that.
Yeah. It's a dance album.
It's a dance, but like it's just a little bit different.
It's not like the craziest high level energy that they're doing.
Right.
It has those low moments.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what she capitalized on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I love Jasmine, and she really there was blood on the dance floor, and nobody could.
Yeah, she turned it out.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah, Jasmine just turns it out. I agree. The first 3 seconds, what Raven said, Jimbo said, "Girl, I quit." And yeah, it is what it was. It was definitely Jasmine's to take. It is what it was. She kills it, knocked it out of the ballpark. It's unfortunate. Now, Jimbo, you're going to have so much practice throughout the season of lip syncing, because I think you're going to win more throughout the season. I just hope that really just helps you out for the final lip sync for the crown. And I need you to do something more. That's all I'm going to say with that. And, but yeah, Miss Rue ends up picking the winner of the lip sync, and the winner of the lip sync ended up even right here, Jimbo's pointing at her and saying, "Yes, you won."
Right.
Yes, girl, you killed me.
You killed
devoured.
You slayed me, girl. Work out. But yeah,
slit my throat on the dance floor.
Right.
Miss Rue ends up picking Miss Jasmine Kennedy to win, which is her first win. Thank goodness on anything on Drag Race. That's amazing for her. And Miss Rue ends up deciding to not get rid of anybody. And did you guys like the fact that she didn't get rid of anybody, or did you
of course
go home?
I
Yeah,
don't want it to go down to a top 6 already.
yeah. I already feel like the show is moving pretty fast. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
just
very
what
fast.
I'm experiencing in life. Maybe because they did 2 episodes at the beginning, but like we have 12 queens and we're literally already, top 7. Is that 7?
I think
Seven?
it's because AllStars 6 had a 13 queens and a returning episode.
Mm.
They had 13 queens. Yeah, they did. You're right.
Yeah, 13.
And a returning episode. Yeah, you're right. And we only
One
had
can
12.
like really change it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And especially with Heidi quitting, it feels like there's a hole in the season.
it is a hole for
Yeah, there's a
sure.
hole.
I'm glad that they
Yeah.
kept somebody for
It's a
second.
it's a
A
gap.
gap, if you
It's
will.
a gap in the season.
The gap in There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. So Devon, you thought this was a good move or no?
Because I know how you feel about it, Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of at this point, especially with it being All-Stars, I'm kind of curious to see who would have went home. And if
Is
they
it a
and
question? I think we all know.
but I would have loved to have seen it, and I would have loved for it to have happened because I do remember back in the day that it didn't matter if you got someone that got disqualified or sent themselves home, they would still kind of go on with the elimination. But
I think it's situational because I think there's been times where they have and haven't. So it's just a matter of like what they.
Yeah, and I think this was a situational moment.
Very situational.
So,
Right. Omar, I think they can only get rid of one of the bottom 2 members, the bottom 2 placement queens.
Yeah, you can't vote somebody that's safe.
Yeah, you can't vote anyone that's safe. But yeah, for me personally, get rid of them already. Like, girl, go on ahead. Just
I knew he was gonna say that.
like, I mean, at the end of the day, we know what's about to happen. We know who's gonna at least be top 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, okay, well,
Sure.
let's just get rid. Because I mean, what we're not getting any looks this season besides Miss Jimbo. So I mean, this is definitely not a fashion season.
Serving looks, in my opinion, until this week. I feel like I was look forward
and I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that you said that, Valerie, excuse me for cutting anybody off, but thank you, Valerie, for saying that because these girls on this fame game, they are not serving these looks this week.
Oh God, no!
This week.
Oh Kasha's.
We're gonna
get.
No. We're gonna. I'm gonna pull those up right now. So the girls didn't go home. We got Miss Kahana Montrese and Jessica Wilde hugging it out, realizing they're not going to go home. That's a great thing. They are in here for another week. Congratulations, girls. And
the tone, honey, the tone.
So we got the fame games now. Okay. So fame games, girls, get ready. Get your chops safe for overs out.
Why?
We're gonna do this real quick. So let's just go. Fame games. First contestant, it is Miss Monica Beverly Hills. What did you guys think about Monica Beverly Hills? Devon, and then Chris, and then Raven.
Monica. Oh God. Because Monica at least did something a little different as far as color. So, but it's still a chop to me. I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it could have been so much more.
Yeah. So Chris?
It's a chop. A lot of Monica's drags give me like what the new girls look like now on regular seasons who have been doing drag for only like 2 to 3 years. I feel like that's what her package gives me. It gives me like Marsh. It gives me like Marsh. It gives me Amethyst. Like I don't know. It's just
giving you Halloween first time in drag.
Yeah, like I don't know. A lot of it feels like if you come from season 5, like you've been doing this for a minute, and I know she's a Black trans girl, and like she doesn't have as many opportunities, and because she didn't get a chance to showcase. But I'm just like, this is what you got. This is it. Yeah,
Shade. But yeah, it's definitely giving Halloween first time in drag situations. I just didn't understand it. I didn't like it. I didn't even like the color scheme, to be honest with you. It was like, well, why? I don't know. It just, I mean, she didn't give us nothing. She hasn't given us anything throughout this season with the fact nothing, not one of the looks. Like, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next queen, it is Miss Naysha Lopez. What do you guys think about Miss Naysha Lopez? Chris and then Devon.
Naysha needs to hold her tongue in the way that she be talking about people's looks on Roscoe's. Honestly, she needs to hold her tongue a bit more, quite frankly, because she don't have the drag that backs it up. And I get it, everyone has different interpretations and creativities with their drag presentation, but this to me is chop. The wig don't make no sense at all.
What the
like,
what
is that? It looks so, and yeah, the fabric looks like really cheap. It looks really bad. I'm looking at it, looks translucent. Like, I feel like, yeah, you would get this at like Walmart, Target type fabric. Like, yeah, this definitely giving like shower curtain, definitely giving like, you know, a little Motel 6 curtain. It's bad. It's bad. It doesn't make any sense.
It's bad. So, Devon, what do you think?
I got vertigo looking at all of this. I'm sorry. This was a whole complete chop. And I'm sitting up here, I got a headache now looking at all of this, looking at all this bad drag. This is just like, ugh. I need a Tylenol. I'm so dizzy from the you know.
So this isn't even a chop, is a concern.
You know what? This isn't even a chop in it. Oh, you know what?
Somebody check her mental state, please. Right.
Yeah, it definitely is a chop. And literally the only thing that I can just think,
what the fuck is going on in here on this deck?
You know, I really just don't even.
What the fuck is going on in here on this deck?
Because every single time I looked at it, I just thought,
what the fuck is going on in here?
And then when I looked back at the TV, I just thought,
what the fuck is going on in here on this deck?
And it just didn't get no better. And for all the mouth that she has and talks about all the other queens on the show, knowing that she lived the and then every single time I look at Roscoe's and I look at her, I just think,
what is going on in here on this deck?
I just can't not with her. So, yeah, it's definitely a chop for sure. Moving on. It is Miss Darian Lake. What do you guys think about this look? Darian Lake's look. Is this a safe chopper over look? Devon, what do you think?
Now, I might get flack for this, but honestly, she is the safest one of the looks because at least the dresses fit very well. And I love that she went from white to black. I got tired of the color scheme from 3 of the queens, but she looks very regal and very elegant in this. So it's definitely safe for me.
Okay. Chris, what do you think?
Oh, this was over. Like the performance in it when she came out looking more demure, and then when she turned into that black dress, she looked so fucking cunt. Like, oh, Darian just eating them up. Oh my goodness, yeah. I stood up in my seat. I said, thank God I watched Untucked for this, because I usually, like I said, I don't usually watch Untucked. It doesn't give me what I need. And I said, thank God it was my time. They made my time worth it. Darian, it was so good. So good. Like Naysha thought that she was girls. Darian's coming for her. This was so good. So
100%. 100%. I think right after Jimbo was her look. And because everything that we said that we expected, let the reveal have different contrasts. Make sure it looks like a wow. It's a wow to your eyes. From the white to black situation, I understood it. I was like, oh, it looked totally different. Like, that's a good reveal. I get it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It looks good on her body. Her mug is on. The hair was gorgeous on her. Oh, I love it. And yeah, it just was so perfect. Definitely an over look, in my opinion, for sure.
Tiffany the other one that usually be here on the panel? Is that Tiffany? Who's
Tiffany.
Oh, hey girl. She has good commentary. Why you not in here?
Yes. That's Tiffany. Yes, we love cunty. Yes, 100%. 100%. That'll bring spam. I'm ready, right? 100%.
So good.
So next queen, it is Miss Kasha Davis. Everyone, know.
Chris.
Let us know what you guys think down in the comments.
Your face just said it all.
So,
Devon,
Devon, yeah, Devon, go ahead. What do you think? And then Chris, what is it?
Your face said it all.
Sorry, can't change my face.
Your face said it all. I thought I had some expressions, but your face told the whole story. Oh man, nobody wanted to see a naked Cruella de Vil. I'm sorry.
Oh,
this was a job. This was really a job. Nobody wanted to see this. And then, like I said, they wasn't scared. They wasn't scared. No, they were not. This was a hot mess of a chop.
Yeah, 100% agree. Chris?
I think that in solidarity with her sister Heidi, she too should drop out.
I can't. So yes.
Why, girl? Just go ahead and give us all a reprieve and a break.
Go back. Not Cruella the chop.
Cruella de Vil.
You have been on one tonight. You need to come up on one of these episodes. You have been on one tonight.
Yeah, Ken, you need to come up as well as Jason needs to come up one day. Ken needs to come up.
Arshia as well.
Arshia needs to come.
Yeah.
Girl, you need to come up, Arshia. One day you need to come up. Yeah. And obviously we miss oh my God.
Christian and Omar.
Christian needs to Christian too. We need Christian and Bobby. We miss Bobby.
Yes.
We miss Bobby.
We miss Bobby.
Yeah. So this look is definitely a chop in my opinion. It's really just horrible, honestly. Like it's just a chop. It really is.
It's a chop, mama.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah, so I guess that just ends the recap of episode number 6, the Snatch Game episode for AllStars 8. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about the season so far? Are you guys really, honestly, if you have to really look back at 6 episodes so far, are you guys impressed with it?
The season really just began.
What I said.
The season really just began to this past episode. Really.
Did it?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been disappointed. You could tell that they were trying to emulate something similar of what the success of AllStars or All-Star 6 was, and I was really looking forward to that. I like the variety and the placement. Some people are giving it shade because they're running out of the top girls, the finalists, to come back to All-Stars. People don't want to do it, but I'm like, I like that variety with the different placements, and I love all their promos and their interest lists. That I don't know. I think it really feels heavy-handed with the judging, except for the winners. I think winners have been fine, but like heavy-handed with the judgment, and also just the girls aren't giving it much in the story and. Like the runway looks, and they've had really good categories this season. Actually, like I've been enjoying them. I like the categories.
Yeah, I like the categories.
It's just the girls are just not bringing it the way I thought they. Honestly, I swear, Darian Lake and even Miss Kasha Davis, I thought they would have came at least a little further. Like I know not their looks, but like at least their performance. Like you know what I'm saying? But
in my opinion,
personalities are not gelling.
Yeah, and also I feel like Miss Vicky and production have a heavy hand in this season.
Oh, yeah, Vicky told me. She said there's a lot of things coming, babies. Watch out. I said okay. Okay.
She was busy. That's why she hasn't been around, because summer's busy for her, honey. Because
it is. She's a mess.
You know.
She said she's working on the finale right now. She said. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm already looking forward to All-Stars 9, honestly. Like,
not 9.
Because honestly, like, I mean, it is. So, question: do you think they're going to say this though? Do you think for the crowning for this last episode, season finale, are they going to do based on the all season and the lip sync, or are they going to do it based on the lip sync?
All season.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm cutting you off this time.
No, but this season, if we're clearly looking at,
Did you catch this time?
yeah,
Honestly, I don't think you cut people off. Actually, I'm just saying it because you said it. I'm just saying it because you said it. I hate that
it was cute. You ate that.
It was a subtle this time. It was a subtle this time.
You ate that. I'll give it to you.
Yes.
But but the way I feel about it is this season is overly produced, and the Drag Detective I'm waiting for the end of the season to hear their synopsis of it, because they give an episode. Shout out to Derek, aka Drag Detective. He is an excellent analysis of all the seasons, and I'm just because it's like we already know who's going to win.
Yeah.
If production, like in the original seasons, had just let things happen the way they should, we wouldn't be feeling like even with season 15, we knew Sasha Kobe was going to win.
Yeah.
Production didn't have to overly produce it to make sure that she's got there,
Well, no, because she should have lost one of. She should.
She should definitely. I agree with you.
She should have lost one of those episodes.
I agree with you. I
think that she still would have 4 wins. Though. I agree with y'all. I know y'all talking about the interview one, but I think she should have taken Aurora's win. Like there was really no need for Aurora to have a win. Like
or my
top 5 girls took all the wins throughout the season. Like you already knew who the top 5 was going to be.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
Sasha still would have 4 wins, but it would have been a different win. Yeah.
Speaking of that, and thank you for mentioning that, Chris, because yes, we are now pretty much like halfway through the season, and it's already kind of like been established who the front runners are.
Yeah.
Because usually around now they know who they're, and
so
the girls. And the girls are going to be starting to get picked off one by one now.
So who's the top 4? Call it right now.
For me, in my opinion, or for me?
No, your opinion.
Jimbo, Jessica, Candy, and Lala.
Okay. Yours?
My top 4 would be, and this is not really like who I would like to be in the top 4. It's like from what story they're creating: Jimbo, Candy, Jessica, and Alexis.
Okay.
Will be my
everyone down in the comments, let us know who your top 4 is, because honestly, I think everyone's gonna probably rotate Alexis and Lala. Because I think the solid 3 is definitely Candy, Jimbo, and Jessica Wilde. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, but if I had to pick the last one, probably. I mean, honestly, who I think deserves it, even I don't care for her too much, but Alexis, I would pick Alexis. I would want Alexis because I know that she has more to give. She can go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just what it is. But yeah, everyone's saying the top 3 is that James. What? Girl,
reaction, Valery to James.
I think James has overextended her stay. They will be both of them. They will be getting their receipts from the hotel soon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I guess that wraps up for this recap, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let them know where they can find you guys. So Javon, let them know where they can find you.
I am on IG, as you can see, at Von2KC519. My Twitter is Von2KCook519, and you can find me on Facebook as well.
Okay. And Chris, where can they find you?
Let me type in here. I ain't come prepared. Y'all was with that. But she said this. Okay. So y'all can find me there at Chris B. Knowing, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
And you do be knowing, Chris.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
There's been a lot of people participating in these panels. I appreciate y'all.
Okay. No, of course. You know, I love it. And obviously all of my social medias, my website, my Patreon, and my PO box are going to be listed down in the description. And like always, visionaries, life is your vision. It is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Into the next one. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right.